All right, everybody, here we go. It's 3:29 here on this Monday afternoon, August 17th, and we've already got severe weather moving its way into East Tennessee. If you wouldn't mind just liking and sharing this live weather update, whatever platform you're joining on, to get this out into the population, into the community for community awareness. That's really going to help everybody kind of understand what's going on. Listen, kids and some of the high school kids and middle school kids are still getting ready to get out of school. They may be on the buses already, and we already have severe weather moving on through. So we want you to populate the social media algorithm as much as we possibly can. So please like and share so everybody can get in and understand what's going on, because we want to keep the kids safe. And of course, this is going to be with us as we wrap up the evening and head into the evening commute. We've already got some severe thunderstorm warnings out there, so we're already going to just go ahead and walk you through all the latest details right now. We've got a severe thunderstorm warning now until 4:30 for you folks joining us from Claiborne County, Union County. That does include parts of Scott County and also Campbell County. So we've got a severe thunderstorm warning now until 3:45, but has been extended into parts of Campbell County until 4:30. So that was one of our first severe thunderstorm warnings. Now, for you folks joining us in Cumberland County, we have a special weather statement. Excuse me. And then down in Warren County, getting ready to work its way onto the Cumberland Plateau, we have a severe thunderstorm warning as well. So you can already see how these showers and thunderstorms are already populating the area. They're exploding. Remember, we talked about this morning. If you joined the broadcast at all, on how these storms are just going to explode. We've got a lot of instability in the atmosphere, and we've got a cold front swinging its way on through. So this is good. We're in for the long haul, my friends. And so like and share again, and post some photos and videos on the East Tennessee Weather app. Make sure you download the East Tennessee Weather app, because it's going to be a great tool for you to upload those photos so I can share those pretty instantaneous on the platform if you get any bad weather. Now, the big potential here today is going to be damaging wind gusts of upwards of 55 to 70 miles per hour. That's the big story. And the National Weather Service, even earlier this morning, was talking about the possibility of some microbursts. And we saw that happen in Hamlin County already this month. And so that is going to be the potential. Not to mention, these are going to be very efficient rain producers. So flooding and flash flooding is going to be a concern as we wrap up the workday. Again, it's 3:31 right now. Kids are on the bus, and we've got severe weather already moving its way on through, and a cluster of showers and thunderstorms back to our west. We're pushing its way into Fentress County, Cumberland County, and we have some pretty good showers and thunderstorms across the Southern Valley as well. So let's go ahead and bring this to the current time and dive into the details on what's going on up in Campbell County. Campbell County is getting rocked right around La Follette. This is getting ready to work its way over Norris Lake, and of course, I do have my camera there at the Stardust Marina that we'll be highlighting coming up here in just a little bit to see how things are playing out. And we'll get that on screen here in just a little bit. So if you're joining us from, say, Clarefields, Powell Valley, Speedwell, Norris Lake, Sharps Chapel, Big Barren, Maynardville, Paulette, also Lake City and the downtown Clinton area, we've got Claxton, Oak Ridge, anybody joining us from Hardin Valley, we're going to be in the thick of things right now, and anybody further to the east. So if you're east of this line, heads up and stay weather alert. Again, we are going to continue to be tracking this. We are under a severe thunderstorm watch until 10 o'clock this evening. Now, I don't think it's going to last until 10 o'clock. I think we're going to be pretty much winding things down as we probably get closer to about 7 or 8 o'clock, knowing that we're already about 30 minutes ahead of schedule from what I was talking about this morning as well. I will try to answer as many questions as I possibly can. You know, if you've been a part of this platform for a very long time, you all help me drive the radar. You ask the questions. I try to answer them. And so we're going to continue to do that here for the rest of the evening hours. I'm going to try to get this camera up and running here for you at Stardust Marina. See if we can't get this going for you to show you, because we already got some storms already starting to blow up there. And I want to show you a live view coming up in just a second. So again, let's go ahead and see what's going on. Let's get the night started, says Michael. Hello from Carnes. How you doing, Debbie? Let's see, Brian. Again, if you're just now jumping on the platform, make sure you like and share this platform so it gets out into everybody's Facebook algorithms. On YouTube, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell. It really helps for community awareness and help to build this platform up, and that's exactly what we're trying to do here in East Tennessee. Again, so we've already got severe weather. Let's dive into the details on Oak Ridge. I'm trying to get that Stardust Marina camera up for you. So you folks joining us from Clinton, Claxton, Solway, Carnes, Ball Camp. It's probably going to be just to the north of Hardin Valley, this cell right here. But again, if you're joining us from Hardin Valley, something to keep in mind. I do have a camera there in Hardin Valley, so we'll show you what that looks like here. There we go. That's the storm I'm talking about right now. And we'll take this camera live here and show you what that looks like. So again, there we go. Okay, so that's a live look there from Hardin Valley here at this hour. So that's the storm that we got on the screen right now. So you can see how these storms are already starting to blow up. And these are going to be racing to the southeast at about 15 to 20 miles per hour or so. Jason, you're welcome. Thanks for the pop-up notification. Been working around the house and wouldn't have known until it was on top of you, right? Hearing thunder out of Strawberry Plains right now. I appreciate you. What's the time frame for White Pine? Okay, Wendy, we'll get to work with that here in just a second. We'll try to walk everybody through the forecast. Again, basically from now through about 7 o'clock is going to be our window for seeing the potential for severe storms moving its way into the area. All right, let's see if we can't get this camera all fixed up here. Trying to get this camera up at Stardust Marina to get in focus here. It's a little out of focus here. I'm getting some rumbles of thunder here. And again, you know, as the kids head home from school, a lot of these kids are going to have to walk home from school. Hopefully the school districts are paying attention. Obviously they are to the weather around us. Okay, let's show you what it looks like at Stardust Marina now. I think I got that a little bit more in focus here. Yeah, there we go. That's a live look in Stardust Marina. So this is the storm that's getting ready to work its way from Campbell County over Norris Lake. It's over La Follette right now and in the Caryville area. So this is the one that's going to be moving right over Norris Lake. So Habersham and La Follette in the thick of things right now, Pioneer to Elk Valley. When you look at some of the skits from the in-house model and from my weather computer, again, the strongest part of the cell is going to be working its way into Pioneer at 344 and Jacksboro at 405. But of course, we're already getting those storms, but we're talking about the strongest part of the storm. Hail is going to be about half an inch diameter. This storm has already climbed to about 42,000 feet. That's the explosiveness and the very buoyant atmosphere, which is what's kicking off these storms along with the cold front that's heading on through. So we've already got storms, the tops of these storms at 40 to 50,000 feet. And that's going to be the thing. And it's a water loaded atmosphere. This one's up to about 37,000 feet. It's over Habersham right now. So Clearfield, 404, Speedwell here in just a little bit. There we go. There's the latest update right there. So Speedwell at 401, and the current time is now 3:36. And you're going to see those watches and warnings and special weather statements pop up there at the bottom of your screen. So if you can read those, we've got a special weather statement that just will expire in about 8 minutes or so for Putnam County, White, and also Cumberland County. And so again, we're going to continue to monitor this as we progress through the rest of the day. Let's take you back to Hardin Valley and show you what that storm looks like there. This is at Orange Hat Brewing Company. And again, that's the storm that we're looking at right there. Look at that thing. That is just rocking and rolling already. All right, you're about 5 miles from Stardust Marina. No rain yet. Moderate thunder. No visible lightning that we've seen yet. Certainly see the storm rolling on in. And it's going to continue to rock and roll here in just a little bit for you as well. Obviously, we're getting ready to get into the evening rush hour. So here's a live look at the interstate system so far. That's at 4075 and Paper Mill Road. And so we've got Hardin Valley at the bottom center of your screen. We've got Interstate 40. Interstate 40 is not affected right now, but there's a lot of folks traveling out and about. And again, a lot of folks are on social media, hopefully not while driving, but that's why I say please like and share this and try to put this into the algorithm. Again, we do have a severe thunderstorm watch that's in effect now until 10 o'clock here tonight. And that watch is going to continue. Now, the Storm Prediction Center issues that, and they were conversing with the National Weather Service. But again, we need to get this out into the algorithm. So thanks for joining me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram as well. I've got a lot of folks joining on Instagram here already at this hour, and a lot of folks joining on the East Tennessee Weather app. So I do appreciate you clicking on that notification and tuning into live severe weather coverage. Again, a lot of the question was this morning was, what about tornadoes? Well, let me just say this. Tornadoes are not off the table, okay? Let's go up to Upper East Tennessee, folks, because we've got a few folks up there from Mountain City, not necessarily under a severe thunderstorm warning, but we're going to be watching some of those for you up in the Northern Valley anyways. So when it comes to tornadic activity, we do not have a tornado environment, okay? Just something to kind of keep in mind there. We don't have a tornado environment, but what we could see is with any severe weather, tornadoes, especially when a cold front's coming on through in this kind of an atmosphere, we have a little bit of low-level wind shear, and so the storms could start spinning a little bit, but that's also indicative of producing extreme severe weather. It doesn't necessarily have to be tornadic, and we don't have a lot of tornadic of an environment here in East Tennessee so far, and I don't think that's going to be really the case here for the rest of the evening, but something, of course, to kind of keep in mind. There's our special weather statement now for McMinn, Northwest Monroe, Southeast Monroe County, as well as West Polk County. That expires now in 1 hour and 5 minutes. And so, again, this is going to be, let's see if I can get this back on here for you. This is what we're going to be talking about for the rest of the evening. Trying to get these watches and warnings to move a little bit here. There we go. Give me 1 second here. We're going to put this right. Just doing a little bit of working around here. We're going to put that right there. All right, there we go. Publish. We'll go back to live. Remember, we've had the heat advisory as well. So, heat advisory, severe weather. We've got a lot of unstable air in the atmosphere. Push this right there a little bit. All right. What about Oak Ridge? So, Oak Ridge, that storm is moving just to the north of you. So, we have a live view right now from Hardin Valley in the bottom center of your screen. That's from Orange Hat Brewing Company right there on Hardin Valley Road. And so I think this is Oak Ridge. You're just on the outskirts of this one. Okay, so now Oak Ridge is in the center of your screen there on the radar. So this is right over the Casagua Heights community. It's moving its way over Edgemore Road. So Claxton, you're getting ready to get some really heavy rainfall. Same with you folks in downtown Clinton. I do have a camera in downtown Clinton, and we'll take a live look here as we're getting ready to get some pretty healthy thunderstorms there. So let me change that camera view. There's the live look in downtown Clinton, and you can see the storm already starting to blow its way on in. New severe thunderstorm warning has just been issued by the National Weather Service. They are going to continue. That's going to be for Washington, West Central Washington counties and Scott County, as well as Russell County. So that's going to be in Virginia. But again, we have storms moving their way through Virginia, as well as all of East Tennessee. So let me change this camera view around here a little bit. Cool thing is with these cameras, I can pan, tilt, and zoom them. So we're going to move this camera around on the screen. That's the storm that's moving its way into Clinton as we speak. Look at that. There we go. It's getting ready to rock and roll in downtown Clinton. All right. Outside, my thermometer says 100 right now in Sweetwater. Yeah. You can only hope for a little bit of cool air to start to come on in, Dwayne. Just had some good rain about 20 minutes ago. Thundering now, darkening up in Clinton. And that's a live view, by the way, from downtown Clinton. So you're getting ready to get that. And that's getting ready to work its way into the downtown Clinton area. So again, not affecting Interstate 40 right now, not affecting much of the interstate system, but this is the one that's over in downtown Clinton. That is going to be working its way towards the downtown Knoxville area. Again, this storm is moving to the southeast at 20 miles per hour. So if we just take this one, this is on the edge of the severe thunderstorm warning. And again, if we come out 20 miles per hour, there it is. It's going to be in downtown Knoxville here. This storm is going to be in downtown Knoxville here in just about, let's see, downtown Knoxville about 419. So heads up if you're joining us from downtown Knoxville. So Powell, 358, right around the Cedar Bluff area. Last time we saw severe weather and some heavy rain was over Cedar Bluff. Let's take that full so you can see what's going on there. And that's going to be in West Hills at 407, Bearden at 411, Fountain City 416, Rocky Hill also about 416, Neyland Stadium, downtown Knoxville, UT's campus about 418. Moves its way over Island Home at about 425 and Holston Hills at about 436. And again, that's just on the edge of the severe thunderstorm warning. So we'll see what the National Weather Service does with that one. They may have to, they will probably extend that severe thunderstorm warning into downtown Knoxville here in just a moment of time. If you're joining us from Claiborne County and also Union County, you've got storms just off to your north and northwest. We'll go ahead and highlight this one. Again, tracking to the southeast at about 29 miles per hour or so. And we'll put that back up on there. We'll take this out about 60 minutes. So that's your 60 minutes look here. So that's going to be, it's moving its way over North Lake right now. Raccoon Valley at about 420. Maynardville and downtown Union County, it's going to be moving its way into your area at about 425. Luttrell at 438 and Corrington at about 438 as well. We've got that storm moving its way, rocking and rolling in downtown Clinton. So this is a live look in downtown Clinton from the East Tennessee weather camera there. And it is just rocking and rolling right now. It's not going to last too much longer for you folks joining us from Clinton. You can see Clinton right there in the center of your screen. When you look at the hail product with it, we probably got a little bit of hail with it, a little bit of wind shear, but again, nothing too crazy. When you're looking at the velocity product, We're talking winds inside the storm. Again, we could see not necessarily picking up on a lot of those winds so far, but maybe upwards of 56, 57, 58 miles per hour. And that's why the National Weather Service has a severe thunderstorm warning on that one. But of course, some of the winds coming in out of just to the south of Ombre, some of those winds are gusting to about 57 miles per hour, which would indicate severe thunderstorm warning at 58 miles per hour. And then for you folks joining us from Campbell County, Fincastle, Habersham, and La Follette, you've got winds coming into your area of about 54. There's 46, 45. So we've got some very strong winds there. Same with you folks in Jacksboro. If you're joining us from Caryville and Jacksboro, you've got winds coming in at about 40 to 50, 50 plus miles per hour. All right, so that's what we got going on there. You can see all those skits there. So we got a lot of lightning right now with this system. Let me move the lightning data here. We've got 100 lightning strikes, 99 lightning strikes just in this vantage point. So you can see where the strongest ones are. Again, that's a live camera view, by the way, from downtown Clinton. All right, let's bring the radar here full so you can get a better visual, especially if you're joining us on the phone. Remember, you can pull this up on your computer if you're joining from work or from the school systems. We've got more clusters of thunderstorms back off to our west. We're going to have to watch those. Those are moving into a very rich environment as well. Lee says, getting really dark here in Knox-Anderson County line. Thanks, Lee. I appreciate that. Lee's a Witcher weather watcher, by the way. But so far, the ones that we're watching, the ones in Campbell County, Anderson. If you're joining us from, say, say from Scott County, you're pretty much in the clear right now. Southern Scott County is kind of getting in the thick of it right around the Ombre area. But again, Caryville, La Follette, Lake City, you're next in line. And then Clinton, you're probably going to get another round that's going to be moving its way in here shortly. All right, what about, let's see, Samantha says, what about Tazewell? So Tazewell heads up. Those storms are just off to your west. If you were to, as a crow flies, get this back on here. Let's see, let's double check the speed of those. Those are moving about 20 miles per hour. So I got to change a little bit of data to give you correct times here. So, all right, if you're joining us, so the leading edge of this, the Norris Lake area, about 20 minutes or so at Mest, when the leading edge of that storm. Sharps Chapel, you're looking at about 30 minutes. Speedwell, you're looking at about 15 minutes. Harrogate, I think you're fine so far. Tazewell, we'll see how these populate and move your way, move your direction, but potentially about an hour away. But I don't necessarily know. I would say within 30 to 45 minutes, probably for you folks in Tazewell. Big Barren, about 30 to 45 minutes or so. Let's go Maynardville, Union County, about 30 to 45 minutes as well. Paulette, you're about 30 minutes away. And again, give or take, this storm is moving to the southeast at about 20 miles per hour or so. Blaine, you'd be next in line, and that would be about 45 minutes to an hour if you're joining us from the Blaine community. Same with you folks in Halls. So Halls, again, you're looking at about 45 minutes to an hour as a crow flies. And, of course, we'll continue to monitor these as they move through. All right, let's see what you're saying. How about Maryville? Let's see. Maryville, you're doing fine. You're great so far. Crossville, you've got a special weather statement that runs until 4:30. And so as these clusters of thunderstorms come on through, we're going to continue to track those and potentially becoming severe. Athens is technically under a special weather statement, but Tellico Plains, you got a nice little cell, just one little tiny cell, just between you and Etowah. Tellico Plains and Etowah, one little cell. The cloud tops on that one is pushing about 22,000 feet. So we'll watch that one because these will start to explode pretty quickly as we have a very rich, unstable environment. What about Farragut? Farragut's so far so good. Those storms are just to the north of you in Farragut, but again, working their way into downtown Knoxville here in just a little bit. The National Weather Service here is going to continue the severe thunderstorm warning for Anderson, Campbell, Claiborne, Scott, as well as Union counties. And that runs until 4:30. So this severe thunderstorm warning right here runs until 4:30. So we're going to keep an eye on that one. See what the National Weather Service does with that one. It hailed in Elk Valley as it passed through, lots of lightning and hard rain. Don't forget that you can upload your photos to the East Tennessee Weather app under Submit a Photo, just about halfway down the app. So make sure you check that out. If you're joining on Instagram, please share this if you wouldn't mind. If you're joining on YouTube, please like and share and subscribe to this YouTube channel. It helps to put it out in the algorithm to really help for community awareness and help to populate this platform. Again, we have a severe thunderstorm watch that runs until 10 o'clock here this evening. Let's check and see if anybody's gotten any photos in yet of these storms. All right, here's one coming in from Beth Shoemaker, looking west from the intersection of at 640. The intersection of 640 and Western Avenue, the storm over near Hardin Valley. So thanks, Beth, for posting this one. This is how fast we can get photos on the air to help show what's going on around your area. So you can see how fast those storms are just blowing up. And I think that's going to be the story for the rest of the day today. You're very welcome. Is this going to be multiple rounds of storms or just one, specifically in Lenoir City? It's just a cluster of thunderstorms. As you can see on the radar here, so far it's just a cluster of thunderstorms. And so we're going to have to probably line up eventually. Eventually, it's probably going to line up, and as the cold front approaches and moves on through. So I think we're going to be at this for quite some time. And that, a lot of folks aren't paying attention. Maybe you're in your house, maybe in your office building in downtown Knoxville and have no idea what's going on, or downtown Maryville or Kingston or Morristown, and have no idea. So, Libby, I think we are going to see some hail out of this. I don't necessarily know that it's going to be, I'm going to put that over here. I don't necessarily know that it's going to be severe hail per se. It's not that kind of environment. It's a very moisture-rich environment. So that's why we're going to see the flooding and flash flooding is going to be continuing. All right, National Weather Service has just issued. We're going to go over here. We've got a tornado tag on this one. So tornado tag on this severe thunderstorm warning right now. The National Weather Service issues a severe thunderstorm warning for Anderson and Knox County. Okay, so it's not Anderson and Knox County. And that they say on this one is this runs until 4:30 at 3:49, and it's currently 3:51. A severe thunderstorm was located near Clinton, moving east at 25 miles per hour. Talking winds gusting to 60 miles per hour or greater. So we're looking at Knoxville, Oak Ridge, Clinton, Plainview, Halls, Blaine, Carnes, Kimberlin Heights, House Mountain State Park, and Maloneyville. But they do have a tornado tag on this one, meaning that we have signed so possible tornado. So we have a possible, we got to watch this. We got to watch this one really closely and see what this one does. So we're talking about this one right here. Let's see, come here. So we're going to see what the National Weather Service says on this one. But there's that severe thunderstorm warning that they just issued. So this runs until 4:30. We have some wind shear showing up, so that's what we have to watch, and that's what we were talking about this morning. Really, it does you really well to watch my video updates. On the East Tennessee Weather app, I have a very long extended version that goes to YouTube. That's on the East Tennessee Weather app. I also have a quick cast, and so that just kind of gets you out the door, gives you the basics for the day, what we're watching, and then a little preview of the extended forecast. But it doesn't really give you all the details. But if you watched any of those this morning, or if you don't watch them, maybe now's a good time to start watching those on the app itself. I don't always send a notification saying I've updated the video forecast, but it's very beneficial to check those video forecasts out so you know exactly what to expect for the day instead of just relying on the basic general forecast that I put out and or the interactive radar. All right, let's go here. So the National Weather Service is going to watch this one. So if you're joining us from Halls, Fountain City, Carnes, you're probably going to get clipped in Carnes. Let's take another view from Orange Hat and see what that looks like here. All right, so this is the storm that we're watching here on the screen. I'm going to take this side by side. Let's take that full here for a second. That's the storm we're watching. That's the storm that has a tornado tag on the severe thunderstorm warning. Okay, so that's got a tornado tag on it, meaning we have some rotation showing up right now. The National Weather Service is watching this really closely. So again, if you're joining us from Carnes, West Hills, Let's see, West Hills, downtown Knoxville, Fountain City, Halls, House Mountain, Strawberry Plains, Holston Hills. A little bit closer view on here. We got Powell, we got Bellbridge, Cherokee Ridge, Ridgedale, Fair Oaks, and Amherst. We got Byington. We got the Solway area, Ball Camp. Got Cedar Bluff and West Hills, Bearden. We got Arlington neighborhood right there inside the 640, 275, 640 interchange anyway. So we've got that area, Park City, Holston Hills, Caswell, John Sevier. Anybody traveling Chapman Highway or 11W, you have a potential for severe weather to move its way into the area. All right, National Weather Service has now canceled the severe thunderstorm warning for Sullivan, Tennessee. So if you're joining us from Upper East Tennessee, the Northern Valley, your severe thunderstorm warning has now been canceled at this time. But you can see all the severe weather off to our north and northwest. And you can already see we've got flood advisories associated with the storms in Southwest Virginia. That's what we're going to be having to contend with, as it's not going to take a lot of moisture to produce the severe weather potential and or the flooding and flash flooding. So that's a live view from Hardin Valley in the bottom right-hand side of your screen, bottom center, I should say. So we're going to be watching this one. This is the one storm coming in out of Clinton. That's a nasty-looking cell right now. Got a severe thunderstorm warning that, again, for Johnson and Washington counties. But that is probably... Okay, so that's just clipping Upper East Tennessee right now. So Washington, so Mountain City, Damascus, anybody joining us from the Northern Valley, just outside of Bristol. Got Deauville and Mountain City in the path of those ones. But this is the one that we're going to watch closely to see what kind of wind shear that we have on it. I don't see a lot of rotation with it. I've got a BTI of a 2.6 on that one. A BTI of a 2.6. So that's the Barron Tornado Index. If you join me, I talk about that a lot. This is tracking to the east at about 18 miles per hour. Cloud tops at about 40,000 feet. Could see about a 50% chance of some severe hail. And we don't have a lot of hail. We've probably got a little bit of hail showing up in some of these storms, but again, it's not necessarily a big hail event. It's going to be more wind-driven, producing the strong to severe thunderstorms. So again, winds could be gusting. Some of this may not be transferred down all the way to the surface. But we're going to be watching the rotation inside these pretty closely. All right, Corrington, you're good so far, Corrington. But let's come here. So again, these are tracking. So Corrington, about 30 to 45 minutes for you folks joining us from House Mountain, Corrington area. That would also include Blaine. Maynardville, you've got about 15 to 25 minutes or so before it moves into your area. How about Athens? Let's see. How about Athens? Let me get this into a better spot here. There we go. Athens, you're good to go. You got a couple of showers to your west and northwest that we'll have to watch and see what they do. Again, a special weather statement for Crossville right now, but just over Van Buren and White County, we've got a severe thunderstorm warning, so a little bit more activity, getting ready to work its way towards the or along the Cumberland Plateau. The strongest cells right now, again, moving its way into downtown Knoxville here in just a short while. Let's take a look at some of those TDOT cameras here. So we've got a storm getting ready to work its way right over Interstate 75. That's going to be right about here. So the nearest camera I have, the last camera I have available there on TDOT is going to be right there at 75 and Calhoun Drive. And so far, so good, but some nasty weather moving its way into that area. Here's a live look again from Hardin Valley. We're watching this storm really closely for the National Weather Service. So we're getting some reports coming in from Anderson County. Spotter heard what sounded like a rotation or shifting winds at his home. Possible hail, pea to dime size. That was about 10 minutes ago in the Spring Street, Oak. Let's see, that would be Oakwood. Oakwood. I'm assuming it's Oakwood Drive in Clinton. So again, that storm right there is one that we're going to be watching real close. That's looking north towards Clinton, the Clinton area. Aaron, so far, if you're joining us from Blount or Sevier County, Jefferson, Hamlin, Cott County, you're good to go for now. Again, what I've got on the screen there is definitely going to be moving your direction. Hi, I'm doing live severe weather coverage. Yeah, we got some nasty storms coming in, buddy. Kids are home from school. Hopefully your kids are getting home from school okay. My kids just got home. Can you fill my water for me, please? Thank you, Jennifer. Let's put that right there. Some nasty looking clouds, lots of wind and crazy clouds in the Habersham community. So Habersham, you're kind of on the back side of it right now. So Jennifer, anybody from Jellicoe, Habersham, I would say, Scott County, you're in the clear for now. Fenchurch County, you're starting to get a little bit more activity. Same with you folks in Morgan County. So just kind of clipping the northern parts of Morgan County, just north of Elizabeth and the Petros. So Petros heads up. Oliver Springs, Oak Ridge heads up again because we've got more storms moving your direction. National Weather Service now issues a severe thunderstorm warning for Bledsoe, Hamilton, Ray, and Sequatchie County. So that storm down across the Southern Valley, they're going to issue that severe thunderstorm warning coming in out of the Grundy County community. So we have Sequatchie County, Bledsoe, Hamilton, and Ray County under a severe thunderstorm warning. So we're going to be watching this one. So if you're joining us from Dunlap, Palo, Lusk, and Lee's Station, you are currently under severe thunderstorm warning. And of course, you're probably getting these notifications if you have my app downloaded. If you don't have the East Tennessee Weather app, probably a good time to go to your app store and search East Tennessee Weather. Look for the orange TN and the white lightning bolt. You can't miss that one. Make sure you allow location services and notifications so you can be updated on what's going on in your area. This one's picture is coming in from Corey Clark right now from the West Scott Boulevard area near Carnes High School. So we've got a lowering of the clouds there. That's what the National Weather Service is watching pretty closely, is this cell right here. So I'm just going to pass this information on to the National Weather Service as we talk. I try to give them as many storm reports as I possibly can live. So when I go help them out, I'm just going to take a brief moment and pause, but I sure hope you stick with me here. All right. So that picture you're looking at right there is looking out at the storm that was moving its way into Clinton from West Scott Boulevard near Carnes High School in Powell. Thanks, Corey Clark. I appreciate you, man. Blount County, you're doing just fine. Bean Station, so far, just so good. So Bean Station's good. Granger County's good. But here's what we have on the screen. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 severe thunderstorm warnings, 2 special weather statements right now for us here in East Tennessee. Again, if you wouldn't mind liking and sharing, if you're joining on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like and share it. Super important. Also, if you're joining me on any social media, if you wouldn't mind just liking and sharing, the comments help for sure, but the sharing is what gets it out into the algorithm. So folks who are getting off work, maybe taking a nice little afternoon break, all of a sudden scrolling through social media, are notified what's going on. All right, here's a live look there again from our T-Dot camera. That's at 75 in Calhoun Drive. So now the rain has already started to work its way into the area. So the rain is going to continue to pick up here from here on out. What you're looking at right there is this cell moving its way over Bellbridge and the Powell community, right over Bull Run. Claxton, rain-free right now. Carnes, Heads Up, Ball Camp, West Hills, downtown Knoxville, South Knoxville, Holston Hills, Fountain City, and Halls. You'll all be next in line with this one. You're currently under a severe thunderstorm warning. Then it's going to move its way into the Armida area, Skagston, House Mountain, Corrington. Corrington, you are currently under a severe thunderstorm warning. McMinn County, I believe, is fine so far. McMinn County, you're fine so far, but you got some cells over Dayton, Decatur, just to the west of Sweetwater. So Sweetwater, heads up. South of Etowah, we've got, and between Etowah and Benton, we have a nice little cell, but we've got one special weather statement right now that does include Athens and Etowah. So the camera view that you're looking at right there is probably going to get walloped here in just a second. So Blount County, you're fine for now. You're fine for now, but you definitely want to check in with the interactive radar. So if you download my East Tennessee Weather app, by the way, just go to your app store and search East Tennessee Weather. What you can do is not only allow location services and notifications to be notified, Lightning is going to be your first line of defense, but also the interactive radar is going to give you a 2-hour future cast. So if you're asking about your certain areas, make sure you just open up my app, push play, make sure you're on the national radar. And then if you push play, that gives you a future cast of 2 hours to kind of give you a good idea of what that's looking like. Speaking of which, I'll give you a little a 2-hour future cast with right now to show you for folks asking about certain areas. So you can see the 2-hour future cast that I show you here on the program here is the same future cast that you can get on the app, right? And so that's if we go back to the radar, what you're going to see is see how those storms are lining up. Look how accurate that future cast is. So now we'll come to the future cast, and we'll let this run for 2 hours. So this is going to be a 2-hour future cast, giving you an idea of what it's going to do and when it's going to be moving its way into your area based on storm motion from the Doppler radar. So if we go ahead and go put this into motion, it's going to be in downtown Maynardville here at about 4:45. It's going to be in downtown Knoxville here at about 4:33 or so. It's 4:06, so probably sooner than that. And then we go to Rutledge. It's going to be moving its way over Rutledge Pike. From Rutledge to Blaine towards, say, the 640 interchange, probably about 5:20 or so. Probably sooner than that. Again, it's not perfect science, but it gives you a good idea on when these storms might be moving its way into your area. And so it's a good idea just to open up the app, especially if you're getting ready to hit the road. If you're at work right now and be like, I need to get home, but I don't want to be in the mess. You can watch the live broadcast there from the app. The cool thing is you can go through this live weather update that you're seeing right here on the app. If you open it up, it will pop out. So you can cruise Facebook and comment on Facebook, but watch it on the East Tennessee Weather app, which is really cool. You can actually go check the interactive radar on the app as well and push play while you're watching the live broadcast because it does a little pop out. So that's a great little thing for you to be able to kind of stay on top of this as we progress through the evening or the after. I guess the rest of the afternoon. It's not evening yet, is it? All right, new severe thunderstorm warning just coming down. So severe thunderstorm warning now has just been issued for Claiborne County. This runs until 5 p.m. It's going to include Hawkins County, Granger County, as well as Union County, the rest of Union County. So the National Weather Service is issuing this way ahead of the storm. Severe thunderstorm warning that just was issued. Got 47 mile per hour winds there, 44 there. Just south of Clinton, about 32 mile per hour winds. About 46 there, just north and northeast of Wartburg in Morgan County. So we've got some strong gusty winds there. 58 mile per hour winds is going to really start to do some damage, but 35 to 45 mile per hour winds is going to definitely make you notice. That's a storm right there that we've been talking about. That was in Clinton. So folks joining us from Clinton, again, you've got a nice little cell that's going to be working its way back into your area. It's moving over Lake City right now, back into the Claxton, Clinton area, Halls, Fountain City. So you may get several rounds of some very heavy rainfall before the day is over. And that ultimately is what's going to lead to the potential for flooding and flash flooding. You're welcome, Jan. Carolyn, how's it looking for Granger County? Granger County is now under a severe thunderstorm warning. New severe thunderstorm warning now. No, that's the same one. Sorry about that. The National Weather Service has now canceled the severe thunderstorm warning in Scott County. So Scott County, the National Weather Service has now canceled the severe thunderstorm warning for you. Remember, we're under a severe thunderstorm watch until 10 o'clock here tonight. Clusters of thunderstorms that will continue to move through. You know, unfortunately, I don't think everybody's going to get rain, but if you do get it, you're going to get walloped here and have the potential for some very strong winds for the rest of the afternoon. By the way, when I take a pause like that, I'm just looking at videos. I'm looking at photos. I'm trying to assess the situation as we kind of walk through this together. Again, here's a live look there at 75 in Calhan Drive. Nope. Yep. On the top right hand side of the screen. Got a live view in the bottom center of your screen. That's from Hardin Valley, from Orange Hat Brewing Company, to kind of give you reference, anyways. Looking north, and we've got the radar on the top left hand side of the screen. Hey, Kayla. You are currently under a severe thunderstorm warning for Granger County. Anderson, Claiborne, Campbell, and Union County under a severe thunderstorm warning for about another 17 minutes or so. Maryville's good so far. Maryville's A-okay. You can see Maryville right there on the screen, so I just have to watch out. We're just going to have to watch those the cluster of thunderstorms off to your north and west. Again, these are tracking to the east, southeast at about, say 20, 25 miles per hour or so. So they're relatively slow movers. I mean, we're under a heat advisory as well, my friends, and all the way through 8 o'clock. I mean, it has been incredibly hot. Thank you, Micah. Appreciate you. Oak Ridge. So Oak Ridge, you've got a healthy cell. Of course, you can see that from the Orange Hat camera there, the Hardin Valley camera. Let's go back here. You got some sunshine back to your west there. But again, this is one of the storms that right there that we're watching. Remember, we were showing you Stardust Marina just a little bit ago. We'll take you back to Stardust Marina. Here's a live look. Oh, hey. The camera's pointing down now. We need to fix that one, don't we? Camera hit may have been knocked. Don't seem to be able to move the camera. There we go. Nope. Oh, that's unfortunate. If the folks, if Frank or anybody up at Stardust is up there, you want to see what's going on with my camera up there, that would be fantastic. I can't seem to. Can't seem to see much from it. So Frank, if you're joining me from Stardust, if you want to help me out with that camera, that'd be great. We'll take you to a different camera. How about this one? We'll go to Beach Island Marina. Again, look at the wind. Look at the wind blowing there on the lake itself. I mean, this is that strong gusty wind. I mean, you can just see just sheets of rain. It almost looks like a wake in a no wake zone, if you will. Trying to catch up on chat here, folks. Second round of rain starting to fall in Clinton. Thanks, Joe. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, Tiffany. I wouldn't say that yet, Brittany. Brian's just tuning in. Brian, if you wouldn't mind sharing this on the Facebook page at whatever Facebook page you're on, if you wouldn't mind sharing this, it helps to kind of get it out into the algorithm. If you are just joining for community awareness as we kind of wrap up the day. I mean, it's 4:16. A lot of folks are starting to think about coming home. Kids are still on the buses trying to get home for the day. Maynardville's getting hammered right now. Let's go back to, this is my downtown Union County Maynardville camera. Look at that. Ooh, that is nasty looking. Let's move that camera around. Let's get a better visual. So that's a live view from the Maynardville Courthouse. Very heavy rain right now on 640. I mean, this is what your evening commute's going to be like for some of you anyways. Not for everybody, but for some of you. You can already see the water splashing up back behind the cars. So already a lot of standing water, and this is just round number 1. So again, that's 640 in the Hague, and heavy rain is going to continue with another round moving on into the area. Lots of cloud to ground lightning in Andersonville right now. Intermittent strong winds and rain. Thank you so much, CW Tool. Thanks, Jason. Appreciate you. Harriman's in the clear right now, but there's some thunderstorms just off to your west. So we're going to be watching still a cluster of thunderstorms. This is all starting to work its way into the area. Hey, Crystal, if you wouldn't mind just sharing this on the social media pages that you're on. Bus just dropped off, and we're hearing thunder in Rockwood. So again, if you're joining on social media, make sure you share it. Rockwood's in the clear so far. You got thunder off to the north of you, moving its way back into Oak Ridge. So that's a live look at the radar right now. A lot of lightning showing up. So we've got in this vantage point about 142 lightning strikes within the last 5 minutes. That's the last 5 minutes. If I show you the lightning data over the last, last 30 minutes. There's lightning over the last 10 minutes. So that's how much lightning we've had. We've had 500, let's see, in that vantage point, 744 lightning strikes in the last 30 minutes. So these are going to be very electrifying storms. So let's just go back to the last 5 minutes or so. 147 in the last 5 minutes in this vantage point, in this view anyways. So we're going to be watching some rotation. Now, remember, we have the possibility of some microbursts coming in and out of this. So you're going to get a cold pool of air up inside of these storms. So we'll have to watch out for that. When you look at the leading edge of these winds coming in towards Tazewell, I mean, we've got, there's 55-mile-per-hour winds there, 54 there. Just north of Sharps Chapel, 49-mile-per-hour winds. And again, the potential of some rotating thunderstorms that we'll have to watch. National Weather Service has had a tornado tag on some of these, the ones that were coming out of Clinton anyways. But again, if you loop this, strong wind, either way you look at it, Tazewell, Thornhill, Bean Station, Rutledge, Joppa, and Luttrell. Blaine, you're in that as well. House Mountain, you'll probably see some very strong winds coming into your area. All right, National Weather Service continues a severe thunderstorm warning for Anderson and Knox County with the possibility of a tornado. So they're still talking about this storm down here. They're still talking about this storm for a possible tornado. So we'll see what they do with that storm. I've got a report of a large tree about 6-inch diameter that has fallen. It's blocking part of the eastbound lane at 132 Laurel Road in Clinton. So if you're joining us from Clinton, there's a very large tree with about 6-inch diameter that is blocking the eastbound lane of Laurel Road. We're also getting reports in Sharps Chapel, Union County. Call center reports thunderstorm wind damage. 911 call center reported a few trees down near Sharps Chapel in the Sharps Chapel area. So again, this is the leading edge. This is what we're going to have to watch for. It's more of a straight line damaging wind event than anything else. So again, Tazewell, Rutledge, Joppa, Thornhill, Blaine, House Mountain, and Corrington, Strawberry Plains. You've got the potential, or has had the history anyways, of producing damaging winds. There's 58-mile-per-hour winds, 46 there, 55. So very strong wind moving and getting ready to work its way right over Rutledge Pike. So Susie, heads up. If you're joining us from Rutledge, you are getting ready to get walloped and expect some very strong winds. If anybody wants to join the broadcast or join with a live weather update of a camera view, you're more than welcome to do so. I say this all the time, but you can join in. I will post a link there on the chat, and you can just show me your camera view. You can have a conversation. It's all about community awareness, helping everybody out here. We all have to deal with this here today, so something to kind of keep in mind. Jennifer says, a tree across the road on the southbound lane of 75 at mile marker 139 in Campbell County. So if you're driving Campbell County, heads up. Thanks, Jennifer. Appreciate you. So Interstate 75. National Weather Service continues a severe thunderstorm warning for Bledsoe, Hamilton, Ray, and Sequatchie counties. So if you've got live video from your area, just copy and paste that in your favorite URL. I've put that over on the YouTube and Facebook, and you're more than welcome to join the broadcast. Absolutely pouring buckets in Tazewell. Very dark. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Jefferson City, you've got about 30 to 45 minutes before it moves into your area, Jefferson City. Let's see what these storms are doing. They're about about 20 miles per hour or so. So this one right here is going to be in Maynardville, Luttrell. You're just on the edge of it. Luttrell about 443. It's now currently 426. So before 443, these times are not showing up correct. Thanks, Katie. What about Clinton Highway? I mean, Clinton Highway is literally in the thick of it right now. Here's a live view from Clinton. So here's a live view from downtown Clinton. Wow, some dark, ominous looking skies. Let's take it back to Hardin Valley. And again, we've been watching this one. There's some nasty looking clouds showing up from our Hardin Valley camera. Thanks, Jeffrey. Appreciate you. Corey, where'd you send those to? You send them on. Where'd you send those to? You can't do videos through the app, unfortunately. I am getting reports of some rotation with these, so I'm looking at some videos. Unfortunately, I can't get videos up very quickly. I'm a one-man band over here. I can't do it all by myself. Somebody was saying that the interactive radar on the app is not working. Let me go check that out. If you put it on the national radar, not the low level, not the East Tennessee weather radar. Let's check the national one, see if that's working. The national radar seems to be working. It's working for me. I also have the East Tennessee weather radar, but the national radar on the app itself will give you that past, current, and future radar of 2 hours. Corey, again, where did you post that picture? Trying to find it all. All right, new severe thunderstorm warning coming down from the National Weather Service. Let's take a look at that. National Weather Service is now issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Granger, Jefferson, and Knox County. So that's going to be this warning right here. So Jefferson City, Corrington's in the thick of things right now. Speaking of which, I've got a camera in Corrington. Let's see if we can get that activated. All right, that's a live view from the camera in Corrington. So you can see on the far left-hand side of your screen, this is going to be moving its way from screen left to screen right. So Johnson City has had some storms already. I do think that before the day is over, the potential is there. The potential is there, but not necessarily a guarantee. You sent it to the East Tennessee Weather Facebook Messenger page. Thanks so much, Corey. I appreciate you. Let me check that out. taken from Anderson County Rescue Squad parking lot on J.D. Yarnell Boulevard in Clinton. All right. Thanks so much, Corey. I'm going to share this one right here. All right. So this is from Corey. He just posted this one through Messenger on the East Tennessee Weather Facebook page. Ooh, looking nasty out there, Corey, isn't it? Thank you. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you, man. Second one is moving its way into Claxton. My daughter is driving from Maynardville, now on her way to Lenore City. What's it look like via en route? So from Maynardville on her way, I would just tell her to hang tight, Cindy. Just tell her to go in a gas station. She does not want to be driving into the middle of this. We've got severe thunderstorm warnings. You're going to be stuck in the middle of, let me go back to the radar here. So Cindy, if you can tell your daughter to pull aside, I mean, we've got, here's the route she's going to be taking, right? We're coming from Maynardville. We're going to come down here or something like this. And so she's going to be smack dab in the middle of it. So I would call her right now, Cindy, and tell her just to go pull over in a gas station, let this round move its way through. Go into a restaurant, grab a bite to eat. But she definitely does not want to be out on the roadways in the middle of this. That is the truth. See, 275 in downtown Knoxville is getting walloped right now. Let's see what that looks like. We got a flood advisory that's just been issued for the Knoxville area. That stretches all the way back into Caryville, Campbell County, Union County, Anderson County, Knox County, and also Sevier County and Sevier County. So we've got a flood advisory. Special weather statement now for Sullivan County. So we've got a special weather statement. So we're going to have to watch out for those storms. Kingsport, Johnson City. Again, they're kind of lining up to your north and west. So we'll have to watch out for those. I don't see anything on my side. Becky, what are you joining on? You're joining on Facebook. Which Facebook page are you joining on? Hopefully it's not frozen. Let's see. Let's see if it's frozen. Does not seem to be frozen on my side there, Becky. You might want to reset Facebook, close Facebook out, and open it back up. But again, if you're new to the platform, if you're just now jumping in, we've got some nasty weather moving its way into the area. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 severe thunderstorm warnings in our community. We've got a couple flood advisories now, flood advisory for Claiborne County. And we also have a couple special weather statements out there as well. So this is getting to be a very active time of the day. A lot of kids are coming home from school. It's 4:30 now. If they're doing after school programs, they're going to have to contend with that. So here's a live look at the radar. Almost no rain now in Corrington. Wind has died down, but it's getting ready to move in. So Corrington, you're kind of going to be in the thick of things here for a second. Corrington's right there in the center of your screen. Here's Corrington. And currently under severe thunderstorm warning. And speaking of which, here is a live view with the TDOT cameras there at 275 and Baxter Avenue. You can see how traffic is running really slowly. That bottom camera is a live view from Corrington. And that's, you can see from screen left to screen right. Look how fast. You can almost kind of see the rotation with that. Watch that camera here for a second. I'm gonna take this full for a second. Let's get that off the screen here. Let's come into. There we go. That's a live view from Corrington. Just watch those clouds. They got a little bit of rotation showing up. Thanks, Chelsea. I appreciate you. Long Loud Thunder and Marlowe. Corey, if you can actually upload those to the East Tennessee Weather app, I can get to them a little bit quicker than having to go through social media, downloading them and putting them back on. So if you can go to the submit a photo there on the East Tennessee Weather app, Corey, or anybody, if you have any photos, upload those to the East Tennessee Weather app. It is literally the fastest and most efficient way to get pictures updated. So let's, speaking of which, we'll go take a look at some of these pictures coming in. This one's coming in from James Acuff, looking towards Powder Springs near Joppa Mountain Road, Joppa Mountain Road. So again, if you upload those to the submit a photo about halfway down the app, it's a lot more efficient. There we go. We've got our leading edge of the storm. Got a shelf cloud moving in, and that's the leading edge. Rutledge, you're next in line. Joppa, you're going to be next in line. Obviously, that's moving into your area. I appreciate you, my friend. Thanks, Susie. You're very welcome, Minnie. What about tornadoes that just logged on to Facebook? Well, Christina, if you just logged on to Facebook, make sure you share this for community awareness. So make sure you go like and share this. It helps to get it out in the platform in the algorithm. Anybody just now tuning in, just like Christina, what about tornadoes? Well, some of these storms actually have had tornado tags on them. When we look at the radar and look at my proprietary software showing spin in the atmosphere, we have a little bit of wind shear out there, so we have to watch for that. But more or less, this is going to be a straight line damaging wind event. Although, let's go ahead and note down here. We're going to watch this one down here. Oliver Springs, Oak Ridge, heads up, Claxton, Solway, Carnes, Ball Camp, Powell, and High School Clinton. Downtown Clinton's getting hammered once again. This is why we've got flood advisories. That's a live look in downtown Clinton right now. So flood advisories continue for Johnson, Sullivan, Russell, Scott, Washington, and the city of Bristol. So again, if you're just now tuning in, make sure you share this. Folks are getting out of work. They're going to check Facebook. They're going to get on their cell phones. But literally, if you don't have to drive right now, I would highly recommend that you just kind of hang tight. And yeah, you just can't look at that stuff all the time, though, Shogun. You just gotta, go to the app. I give you weather updates every day to kind of give you an idea of what we can expect. At a 20 mile per hour wind gusts, which is a lot because we're protected. That is a lot for where you are, from what I understand. Talking to your daughter-in-law on Saturday. What's happening for Sweetwater? Sweetwater, you're kind of in the thick of it right now. You do have a severe thunderstorm warning right now for Monroe County, Loudoun County. That does stretch back into Meigs and Roane County. Okay, so severe thunderstorm warning there. Let's go ahead and take my camera down at KMNV, Monroe County Airport. So that's a live view from Monroe County Airport. And you can see the storms blowing up off in the distance. All right, here's a live view from the TDOT cameras, 275 and Baxter Avenue. Traffic is just nasty. This is why I say it's not worth driving in this stuff right now. If you can just hang tight, let the storms pass, check in on the radar, stay up with me here. Tornado near Blaine. No tornado near Blaine. But let's go check and see what's going on. Got some nasty wind, though, showing up in Blaine. 41-mile-per-hour winds in Blaine, 40 there in Luttrell, Corrington about 36, House Mountain about 20 right now. Washburn, you've got some nasty winds, 47-mile-per-hour winds there with 45 back to your west, 51 just outside of Maynardville. South of Beans, Big Barren, we got 58-mile-per-hour wind. That's why so Thornhill, Rutledge, Joppa, heads up. Big old wind coming your way. Same with you folks in Bean Station. This will move its way into Morristown and Jefferson City, Strawberry Plains as well. There we go. Sorry about that, folks. Newport, you'll get it. You'll get it. Not yet. You got some time in Newport. Just an explosive atmosphere. Let's see. A storm spotter, a storm in Anderson County is producing 2-inch rainfall rates per hour, and training has set up into the Knox County, increasing both the flooding in Knox and Anderson County, but likely especially Knox County as storms continue, and Knox has its flood-prone spots ready to flood again. So if you're joining us from Knox County, the National Weather Service is talking about flood-prone areas are definitely going to be flooded out here. Likely to get a flash flood warning here before long if as these storms continue to move on through. Downtown Clinton just getting hammered again. Again, a live view from downtown Clinton here at this hour. Visibility is super low. Again, traveling is not advised if you don't have to travel. Susan Hall, this just hit about 10 minutes ago in the west downtown Knoxville area. So here's a picture from Susan Hall. Susan, you can see the flag just blowing straight out. Thank you, Susan, for posting that through the app itself. East Tennessee Weather app. It's your one-stop shop for weather, my friends. If you don't have the app, download it today. Go to your app store and search East Tennessee Weather. I'll put a link for the app itself if you've not downloaded it into the chat. I know we have issues with being able to do this live broadcast and download it, but you get watches and warnings, lightning notifications, weather updates, live severe weather coverage. It's all weather, only weather, just for us here in East Tennessee. And if you're joining on YouTube, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and smash the bell. You know, I was just showing you that picture, that T-Dot camera in downtown, or excuse me, 275 in Baxter Avenue. Now the sun's coming out again. So I think that's going to be the story here. So Sweetwater is kind of in the thick of things right now. Tellico Village, Von Orr, Madisonville. You're all going to be next in line. So there's that storm. Okay, new severe thunderstorm warning now coming in for Loudoun County. So that does include Lenoir City, Loudoun. That runs until 5:30 this evening. That does include Tellico Village, Benfield, just outside of Maryville. Although Maryville, you are under a severe thunderstorm warning right now, so we're watching those storms. Farragut, Hardin Valley still under a severe thunderstorm warning. Oak Ridge and Carnes under a flood advisory. Hardin Valley under a severe thunderstorm warning. Downtown Knoxville is just getting ready to get walloped here. The Coaster Yards area, Lincoln Park, Arlington, Burlington, Mule Hollow, Island Home, South Knoxville, Asbury, Moshina Heights, Holston Hills, all in the thick of things, are getting ready to be anyways. National Weather Service has expired the severe thunderstorm warning for Sullivan and Washington counties. Madison, appreciate you looking nasty at Cedar Bluff. So that is just looking off to the north. And so, yeah, it's going to be hitting that area again here real soon. And again, if you've seen some flooding over the last couple of weeks, those flood-prone areas, we've got a water-loaded atmosphere. This is what's going to be with us here. All right, so we've got this severe thunderstorm warning now until 5:30. That does include Maryville, Blount County, parts of Sevier County as well. So anybody traveling Chapman Highway 441 into Sevier County, not a whole lot so far, but if you're leaving downtown Knoxville, you better hightail it. Let's go, because you'll go away from it. But again, We're going to continue to see this all slide its way east and southeast. Let me show you a radar loop here over the last hour to kind of give you perspective of what these are doing. Let me come to our DMA here. Here we go. So you can see how these storms have really started to fire up. I mean, at one point, we've got a lot of lightning strikes. 255 lightning strikes here. My wife just texted me, just watched the TV tower get struck by lightning down by Fort Sanders. She's on the road to Claiborne County and then Sevierville. Unfortunately, she says she's taking some photos along the way, and it is looking pretty nasty along her drive. So, Janelle, please, I know she's probably watching right now. So, babe, do travel safely. Again, if you got to get off the road, please get off the road. Claiborne County, again, it's not advised. So, I'm going to walk my wife through this if she's watching right now. We've got severe thunderstorm warning now that has been extended over into Hawkins County, kind of in the thick of things right now. So, Janelle, just go pull off at a gas station. Go grab yourself maybe a late lunch if you've not eaten lunch yet. Or any traveling nurses out there, anybody traveling for their jobs, probably a good idea just to get off the roads here for a second. Let this batch come on through. So, babe, I'm not quite sure if you're traveling. You're probably traveling Rutledge Pike up towards Claiborne County. So, I would just pull off for a little bit. You don't want to be driving through this, babe. We've got nasty winds getting ready to work at Joppa, Rutledge, Thornhill, and then the Bean Station. Very, very strong winds. New severe thunderstorm warning that was just issued by the National Weather Service. This does include Cocke, Granger, Greene, Hamlin, and Jefferson County. What the Weather Service is saying on this one, it says the National Weather Service in Morristown has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Jefferson, Cocke, Greene, Granger, and Hamlin County until 5:30. At 4:45, a severe thunderstorm is located along a line extending from near Rutledge to 8 miles southwest of Newmarket, moving east at 35 miles per hour. So they've started to pick up a little bit of speed. Expect winds upwards of 60 miles per hour or greater. That obviously is going to bring some damage to some areas, bring down some power lines and some trees. This does include Morristown, Greenville, Jefferson City, Newport, Dandridge, Tusculum, White Pine, Newmarket, Bainbury, and Parrottsville. It also does include Interstate 40 and Interstate 81. We're talking about torrential rain that's going to slow your way down. Flooding and flash flooding is going to be a concern with any of these storms that come through. So that's the latest severe thunderstorm warning. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning that's been extended now for the Hawkins County, Greene County. So that's been extended. We've got very strong winds coming on in. So that's the newest severe thunderstorm warning. So the newest severe thunderstorm warning is, again, Cocke, Granger, Greene, Hamlin, and Jefferson County. Tiffany, thank you. We've got clouds going on in 3 different directions. It is going to be swirling about. And that's why we do have some low-level wind shear. So winds changing speed in direction with height. And that's what we're going to be watching closely due to the fact that we've got enough instability in the atmosphere that this is just going to be showing signs of rotation. We've got some nasty conditions there on the interstate system. That's downtown Clinton right there. Here's what it looks like at Interstate 40 and Alcoa Highway. Traffic is running extremely slow. You come down to Interstate 40 in Middlebrook. Anybody traveling the interstate system, here's Interstate 40 in Middlebrook. Once it loads. So traffic's going to be at a standstill for some folks. Cheryl, we've got some good lightning right now showing up in Rutledge. Go back to the radar here. So this is the story, my friends. So again, severe thunderstorm watch until 10 o'clock tonight. But again, this is probably going to be the strongest of all the cells. We'll have to watch the ones back to our west. This is ahead of schedule, but I said between about 4 and 8 o'clock here tonight, and that's now about, what, 4:50. Special weather statement now has just been issued by the National Weather Service for Dayton, Sale Creek, and the Hopewell community. Special weather statement for you folks. For everybody on the platform, please share this live video. Puts it out into the algorithm of Facebook and YouTube. If you're joining from YouTube, don't forget to go smash that, subscribe to that, smash and subscribe here. Hit the bell for notifications. If you're not on YouTube, you can go to YouTube. It's a great way to get some good updates. You can also comment on YouTube as well. What about Whitesburg? Whitesburg, you're going to be next in line. But it's a while for you folks in Whitesburg. So Morristown, I'd say, let's get a new update here on our timings for you. So you're tracking about 30. We're just going to do 35 miles per hour to give you a little bit of heads up. Okay, so for folks that join us from Rutledge, you got about 5 minutes or so. For folks joining us from Jefferson City, you got about 20 minutes. Strawberry Plains, you know, if that one over Blaine hits you, you got about 5 to 7 minutes or so. For folks joining us from Bean Station, about 20 minutes or so. Morristown, you're about 30 minutes out. Bulls Gap, you're going to be about 40. Same with you folks in Mohawk, about 45 minutes out. We'll go White Pine, about 35 minutes or so. So about 30 minutes or so. Dandridge in Douglas Lake, about 30 minutes or so. Let's see here. For folks joining us from, say, downtown Knoxville is going to get it again here in about 20 minutes. All right, so we've got a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings out there. So let's come down here. Severe thunderstorm warning now for Madisonville, Von Orr, Sweetwater. You're inside that severe thunderstorm warning. That is going to include Highway 411. So Madisonville, Sweetwater, and Von Orr, you have a severe thunderstorm warning until 5:15. We've got another severe thunderstorm warning for Philadelphia, Loudon, Tellico Village, Lenore City, Friendsville, Benfield, and Louisville. Greenback, you're not technically under severe thunderstorm warning, but you're going to still get hit by that storm. We've got flood advisories and severe thunderstorm warnings for Oak Ridge, Oliver Springs, Farragut, Louisville, Maryville, Wildwood. That does stretch its way up towards downtown Knoxville, Holston Hills, Halls, Powell, Clinton. Clinton is just getting walloped again. We've got, let's see, that's just congestion. I'm right here, Sharon. I'm right here. Working in the background, trying to get things taken care of. Likely the case, yes. Sevierville will likely get hit. This is tracking your direction. Just got to watch it closely. Hi, Sharon. I'm right here. All right, so we're getting some ponding and very heavy rain right now at I-75 at Merchants and Calhan Drive. Maryville is going to get something possibly. You're under severe thunderstorm warning. But as of right now, watching closely. Looks like my weather computer. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm gonna take you outside. I gotta shut down my weather computer here for a second, folks. It looks like it's kind of stuck because things don't seem to be updating in some of these warnings. So stand by. I'm just gonna let you take a live view outside from downtown Clinton. So let me stand by. I've just got to reset my computer. How about this view? Let's take you to. That is going to be Fox Road Marina in West Knoxville, Farragut area. There's a live view from Fort Loudon Dam. So Fort Loudon Dam's right there on the far right-hand side of your screen. So some nasty storms moving their way towards that direction. Just south of Kingston, moving its way back into Lenoir City, Loudon, Philadelphia, and Sweetwater, Madisonville. Just on the north side of Madisonville, the strongest part of your cells just north of Madisonville, moving its way into the Hopewell Mill area. All right, we're going to have to do a full reset, so bear with me here, my friends. We'll just take some camera. We'll just take a little camera tour here while I reset my computer here. Here is a live view. Let's take you to KMNV, Monroe County Airport. So we're starting to get some pretty big storms right there at KMNV, Monroe County Airport. So that is just right. That's just north of Madisonville. So KMNV is kind of in the thick of things right now. Is that hail? Doesn't look like hail. I'll check in on Deer Lodge here in just a second. Deer Lodge, you're doing fine. Got some storms moving just south of Lake Tansy, Crab Orchard moving into Spring City, 10 Mile. Oliver Springs, Petros. Petros is in the middle of it. Wartburg, heads up. Sunbright. Sunbright, you're kind of on the north side of that. Wartburg, you're gonna get smacked here in just a second. And then Petros, you're gonna get hit again. Oliver Springs, you're probably gonna get hit again. Clinton just keeps getting hit, so we're likely to have more flooding happening in downtown Clinton or around the Clinton area, stretching from Oak Ridge to Clinton. Heavy rain in and around the Knoxville area, right around the 640, 275 interchange. That is going to slow you down as well. All right, my computer's coming back up, so stand by. High winds and gusts just showed up in Morristown. Thanks, Jeremy. I appreciate you. Having a few network issues here, my friends. So we're going to get back with you here in just a second. Let's see if it's showing yet. There we go. Okay, it's coming back up here. Well, we're going to have to switch radars here. I'm having some issues here over on this side, so bear with me. All right, stand by, my friends. Hold on a second. Let's take it back outside for a second. National Weather Service has now canceled the severe thunderstorm warning for Blount and also Loudoun counties. Canceled the severe thunderstorm warning for Blount and Loudoun counties right now. That's just one of them. We've got multiples that are moving through as we speak. All right, here. We're going to do this. Fortunately, we're going to have to do this a different way, my friends, because I have lost some network with my computer. So stand by. We're trying to do things on the fly here. All right, we're just going to take my webpage for a second. This is my website. This is easttnweather.com. This is all I can do right now. But we're going to drive the radar this way. So again, we've got severe thunderstorm warnings. The pink is a severe thunderstorm watch. And I'm going to put you on hold while we just keep a look at this. Just keep an eye on this. I got to call, while we're live on the air, I'm going to call the Weather Computer Company to try to get things back up and running, but you can see it on the screen there. So stand by, my friends. Stand by. I'll be right back. New severe thunderstorm warnings now. National Weather Service has issued severe thunderstorm warnings for Hawkins. And then, of course, we got Bristol in Virginia, Sullivan County, Tennessee. We still have the severe thunderstorm warning for Blunt, Cock, and Sevier County. So that runs until 6 o'clock this evening at 4:58. Severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from 7 miles southeast of Plainview to near Rockford, near Oak Ridge, moving east at 25 miles per hour. Places involved would be Smoky Mountains, Fontana area. We've got Sevierville, Maryville, Alcoa, Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, Louisville, Rockford, Eagleton Village, and, of course, the Smoky Mountains in the Newfound Gap area. So a new severe thunderstorm warning now has just been issued. That is going to be this one right here. So we're watching that storm coming in out of downtown Knoxville. Again, very heavy rain in Oak Ridge and Clinton right now. So Clinton's still getting it. Oak Ridge is still getting it. Oak Ridge maybe a little bit of a break. Got a flood advisory now for Anderson, Campbell, Granger, Jefferson, Knox, Morgan, Scott, Sevier, and Union counties. We still have that flood advisory going. With the amount of rain that we're getting out of this, 2 inches per hour, we're probably going to upgrade this. I would imagine they upgrade this to a flash flood warning here soon. So watch out for flooded roadways as you travel out and about. George, I know I'm trying to reset my computer right now. Just bear with me, my friend. Bear with me. That's the only radar I can give you right now, just to kind of give you an idea of what's going on. Getting slammed in Jefferson City. Winds are howling like the devil on its way. Thank you, Christina. Appreciate you. Bud, it's getting dark and wind's kicking up. Getting dark in Seymour. Thank you, Rich. And it's starting to rock and roll here at the station as well. Madisonville getting crazy for a few minutes. There's just raining now. Flooding already on our land. Thank you so much, Kim. Appreciate you. UT campus getting poured on right now. Thank you, Beth. Here's a radar loop showing how these storms are just moving through. Thank you, Amber. Keith, Morristown's getting ready to get hit hard. So here's what's going on. Morristown's in the center of your screen. I know it's hard to read, my friends. Morristown's in the center of your screen. White Pine, you're next. Bulls Gap, Bainbury, and Dandridge, you'd be next in line. We're talking Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, you're going to be next in line. Just hammering down in downtown Knoxville right now. Lots of traffic on the roadways. Lots of traffic, slowing everybody way down. Here's a live view from Alcoa and Interstate 40. And if you look at the map, I mean, we've got a lot of traffic out there. Here's Interstate 40 and Western Avenue near downtown Knoxville. Happy Valley, I'll get to you here in a second. Just so you all are aware, I'm on the phone with my weather computer company because you can clearly see I'm not getting any radar data right now. So that's why we're using my website, easttnweather.com. We're using my website right now as a radar. So we can kind of just walk you through this slowly but surely. Just realize that we've got severe thunderstorm warnings right now. Tough to see, I know, with the pink on the map. But we've got severe thunderstorm warnings right now for Churchill, Rogersville. So National Weather Service on this, we'll start you from top to bottom. National Weather Service on this says that this severe thunderstorm warning runs until 5:45. At 4:42, we had that severe thunderstorm warning issued. It includes places like Kingsport, Morristown, Greenville, Rogersville, Sneedville, Rutledge, Bean Station, Tusculum, Burgensville, and Russellville. It also does include Interstate 81. Torrential rain is being associated with that one. That's the one that's in effect right there at the top of your screen. We'll come right in the center of your screen for Sevierville and Pigeon Forge. Severe thunderstorm warning at 4:58. This runs until 6 p.m. for folks joining us from Blount County, Scott County, and Sevier County. Okay, stand by. I got him on the phone. Hold on one second, folks. I'll be right back. All right, folks, I'm talking to my weather computer company, so stand by. We're going to get this back up and running here in just a second. Let's see here. So again, we've got continued severe thunderstorm warnings right now for Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, Maryville. You've got a bunch of storms just off to your north and west. Farragut, Oak Ridge again, Clinton, Powell, downtown Knoxville. We're still seeing some very heavy rain. That's snarling traffic here this evening, and that's going to slow you way down. You can see that from the TDOT cameras. Once again, how traffic is really slow going on the interstate. That's 40 and Western Avenue. Again, stand by. I'm talking to the folks with my weather computer. Stand by. Okay, so right here I see the radar. I see the radar right now, but that, you know what? That's good enough for now. I can work with that. We can work with this later. Because I at least have it. Yeah, because at least I have all oh, it just went away. That's, but why is it like, why is it moving around like that? I'm not even pushing any buttons. No. It's probably stupid Splash Top. All right, I appreciate you. Goodbye. All right, folks, we're back up and running, I think. Hold on, stand by. Let's see if it's working. Let's see if it's working. Okay, we're back in business, my friends. We're back in business. Thanks for bearing with me, my friends. Woo! Gotta do things on the fly sometimes. All right, here we go. So if you're joining us from Newport, Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, and Townsend, we've got some nasty storms moving on through. So severe thunderstorm warnings again. Townsend, Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, and Newport. Heads up. We've got somebody that rang in, but they just left. So here we go. I think we're back in business. Are we back in business? We're back in business. All right. Now there's that flash flood warning that has now been issued. My computer is going to be getting up on the screen here in just a second. And I've got somebody by the name of Kay joining us. Kay, can you hear me? Hold on, Kay. I'm not quite sure what I'm looking at there, Kay. And I can't hear you. Somebody's trying to ring in. Can't see them, though, or can't hear them. All right, here we go. For you folks joining us from Athens, let's start from the bottom. We'll go to the top. How about that? Anybody joining us from, say, East Bernard, Chattanooga, you're probably fine, but let's switch over to the different radar here. We'll switch over to high top. So again, we don't have a lot of severe weather down to our south. Soddy Daisy kind of rocking and rolling right now. Georgetown to Calhoun. Cleveland heads up. Benton heads up. Etowah to Tellico Plains. Again, we've got some pretty good cells moving over Tellico Plains right now. Over Decatur. A lot of lightning showing up as well. You come over to Sweetwater. Sweetwater is going to be in the thick of things along with Paint Rock. Just south of you is all the storms. So Paint Rock's going to be fine. Philadelphia, Loudon probably getting a nice little break from the storms at this hour. So Tellico Village getting ready to get in the thick of things. Same with you folks in Greenback and Von Orr and Madisonville. You're currently under a special weather statement that runs until 5:45. Thanks, Mary. I appreciate you. All right, now let's come back up here. So where we're going to have some major flooding. Okay, so now we've got that flash flood warning that runs until 8:15. Flash flood warning. So let's give you the information on the flash flood warning. That does include Anderson, Campbell, Knox, and let's see, Morgan and Scott County. This runs until 8:15. Heavy rain has already fallen across the flooded areas, flooding small creeks and streams, urban highways, streets, and underpasses, as well as other drainage and low-lying areas. Some locations will experience flash flooding, including Knoxville, Oak Ridge, Clinton, Oliver Springs, Halls, Rocky Top, Norris, Powell, Carnes, and Bearden. This does also include Interstate 75 and Interstate 40. Again, that's a flash flood warning that was issued. The National Weather Service is continuing a severe thunderstorm warning for Cott, Greene, Hamlin, and Jefferson counties. That all runs until 5:30. So we'll come up the line here. For you folks joining us from Lenoir City, Loudon, Tellico Village, again, you're under a special weather statement. Special weather statement currently for Morgan County as well as Anderson County on the back side of this. Where we have the heaviest rain is in the flash flood warned area. If you look at the rainfall that we've seen over the last 12 hours, some of this rain, we've already seen upwards of 2 to 3 inches of rainfall. So the bullseye is going to be right around the Claxton area, south of Powell. So we've got places like Cherry Brook, Cherokee Ridge, Bell Bridge, Lazy Acres, places that have already flooded so far this summer. Sherwood Estates, Valley View, Claxton, Peak into just the South Clinton area. So we've seen upwards of 2 to 3 inches of rainfall already in this area. Where we've seen some of the bullseye is right around the Kate Road. We've got Black's Ferry Road, Emory Road, Washington Heights, that's a community. And then you get into some neighborhoods there. So if those roads are familiar to you, Clinton Highway, if you travel Clinton Highway right around the Bull Run area, and you happen to have any photos or pictures of any sort of flooding, let me know, pass those along. And I will try to get those on the screen as fast as I can. Pretty good lightning is coming in. Philadelphia, Stockton Valley area looking towards Watts Bar Dam. This is from Jim Kelly. This is kind of what we're seeing out there here this evening. Again, if you're just now jumping in and joining the broadcast, make sure you like and share for community awareness. It really helps to pass things along and gets it out into the algorithm of social media. So we can, here's a great picture. This is from Jim. This is the storm front moving through Mohawk, Tennessee at 1709. So at 5:09 this evening, strong winds came in right behind these clouds. So a nice little shelf cloud. And incredible heavy rain showing up that. Thanks, Jim. I appreciate you sharing that one with me. Here's one from Sarah. Storm heading looking towards west, looking west from North Greenville. So this next one's coming in from the Greenville area. So this one's all going to be moving into the mountains of Greene County. So that's all probably going to be coming your direction. Oops, I'm not even showing you those, am I? Let's go back to the live. Sorry about that, folks. I was on the wrong thing trying to work with the weather computer company. Let's get this one. I don't know if you saw that lightning strike. Here's lightning strike. So that storm that's moving into Sevier County right now. Here's a live look from the Wares Valley camera. This is my live camera in Wares Valley. Right. Oopsies. Let's get that back here for a second. There we go. That's a live look in Wares Valley. So that is associated with the storm moving its way into Sevier County. So here we go. Let's go back to the radar here. There we go. So we've got Townsend, Wares Valley. So that's the storm moving its way into Wares Valley. Let me move that camera here for you so get a better visual. How you doing, Miranda? If you're joining on, let's see, you're joining on Facebook. If you wouldn't mind liking and sharing this live feed, it helps to put it out into the algorithm of social media so we can keep folks aware of what's going on as they get ready to leave work. We've got a new severe thunderstorm warning. That's going to be for Sullivan County, Tennessee. They continue that one. So that's the storm right there that is moving its way into Walland, Townsend, Wares Valley, Pigeon Forge, and Sevierville. So you can see that on the screen right there. So that view is from this camera and this vantage point right there, looking pretty much due north. So we're going to watch this one. We'll take this one full here for you for a second. At the leading edge of the storm, that's your gust front. That's going to be your shelf cloud. Come back to YouTube, Hope. Watching off Old Mountain Road in Sevierville, starting to get real dark and thunder, and it's getting louder. Yes. National Weather Service now issues a severe thunderstorm warning for Cocke, Greene, Unicoi, and Washington counties. Cocke, Greene, Unicoi, and Washington counties is under a severe thunderstorm warning. Let's go out to that one. Oops. So that's going to run until 5:30. This one's going to run until 6:15. So new severe thunderstorm warning until 6:15. That includes Unicoi, Telford, Greenville, Del Rio, Newport. Mohawk's in the thick of things right now. Let's come down the leading edge of the storm. So Bulls Gap, Mohawk in the thick of things. Mossheim, you're getting it. Greenville, Afton, you're next. Anybody traveling along 321, you're going to be next in line as well. And then you come down 321. You got Caney Branch, Parrotsville, and Newport. You're going to be next in line as this line comes onto your area. Again, we'll time this out for you, so we'll come like this. All right, so Parrotsville about 5:45. The current time is now 5:28. Newport 5:45. This is just over the next, say 20 minutes or so. Let me extend that out to 30 minutes. There we go. Caney Branch 5:48. Newport 5:45. We'll go a little bit further out for you folks in Del Rio to give you a better idea of when that's moving its way into your area. So we've got Hot Springs, North Carolina 6:26, Caney Branch 5:48, Newport 5:45. Then we'll come down into Sevier County for you folks joining us from Sevier County. So let's go ahead and line this out for you. All right, here's the latest times on that one. So this is going to be moving its way into, let's see, it's 5:29. So Pigeon Forge 5:38. It's moving over Sevierville right now. Townsend, it's going to be moving in at 5:42. We've got, let's see, Chattanooga. Okay, I just took a power hit. Gatlinburg 5:50. Tremont 5:53. Mount LeConte 6:02. Clingman's Dome 6:12. Smokemont Campground 6:21. So anybody, let's see, this is right over the Maryville area, Wildwood, Alcoa. So hammering down by the airport right now. Again, here's a live view. Here's a live view. Let me pan the camera here for you a little bit. This is from Wears Valley, the Wears Valley Ranch camera. So heads up Wallen, Blackberry Farm. The Look Rock viewing platform is going to get it here in just a little bit as well. That's the storm we're watching, my friends. You can just see it's water loaded. So again, just to give you perspective on where we're looking, here's where that camera is at Wears Valley. I've circled it in blue. We're looking at this storm coming in. All right, let's go back up. Let's come back over to downtown Knoxville. We got a flash flood warning that continues until 8:15. The interstate is going to be an absolute nightmare here this evening, my friends. That's a live view from Cedar Bluff and Interstate 40. The camera's loading. They're having a network issues, apparently. There it goes. That's Interstate 40 and Cedar Bluff. Again, very slow traffic there. Got very slow going traffic along 640 as well. This is 640 and Western Avenue. Of course, typically backed up this time of the night, right? But the rain and the storms do not help one single bit. We'll come back out to Pellissippi Parkway. So this is going to be Pellissippi Parkway and Interstate 40. Bottom camera is Wears Valley. That storm is moving its way into Pigeon Forge, Wears Valley, and Wallen right now. Heavy rain from Carnes to West Hills. Watch out for flooding and flash flooding. We've got that flash flood warning that continues here until 8:15. That stretches all the way from Anderson County over into Knox County, all the way into, let's see, I guess that's Anderson, Knox. We've seen incredible amounts of rain, 2 to 3 inches of rainfall so far. We'll come back down the line. So folks joining us from Madisonville, Athens, you've got a pretty good cell moving in. These storms are blowing up to 40,000 plus feet. Riceville at 543, Athens 552, Nyota 559, and Etowah 603. Just incredibly water loaded atmosphere. The Southern Valley is doing much better than the Central Valley right now. Let me just say that. Chattanooga's got a special weather statement right now. Also have a special weather statement for Polk County, Bradley County, McMinn, and Monroe counties. That runs until 6:15. So special weather statements there. Special weather statement also for Loudoun County, as well as Monroe County and Roane County. So we're watching this line coming through for you folks in Athens. Let's time this out for you. Sweetwater's in the thick of things right now. Madisonville and down by the airport. I'll take my live camera down there in just a little bit. So Athens, 540. The current time is 535. Athens, it's going to be moving its way into your area here in just a couple of minutes. Cleveland, 544. Englewood at 552. And Madisonville at 553. Tellico Plains, you're going to be shortly after that. Let's take a look at some power outages here for you. We got a lot of power outages starting to show up around town. So look at all the power outages. Damaging winds. We talk about this all the time on my platform. If you ever join me, I always talk about don't worry about tornadoes. Worry about damaging winds. So we've got 700 without power in Campbell County, 200 in Claiborne County, 300 in Union County, Granger County, 200, Hamlin County, 100, 1,500 in Jefferson County, Sevier County, 200, Blount County, we have 1,500, 4,000 in Knox County, Anderson County, 1,000, Cumberland County, and points further to the south. We've got McMinn County, about 4,500 without power. Monroe County, about 300 without power. So we've got a lot of power outages already taking shape here around town. Let me take that full so you can get a better idea of what that looks like. Make sure if you're joining from YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram, whatever Facebook page you're joining on, please share this so folks who are traveling home from work, I think this is going to be the end of it when all is said and done. I don't think we're going to have too much more after this. I think this is the leading edge of it. So again, we have a severe thunderstorm watch that runs until 10 o'clock tonight, but that will likely be allowed to expire. This is the main line that we were talking about. And again, it is packing a punch around town. And that's why we have let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 severe thunderstorm warnings right now. 5 severe thunderstorm warnings. Let's go up to Tri-Cities. So right around just outside of Kingsport. So Bluff City, Spurgeon, Colonial Heights, kind of okay. Bristol in the thick of things right now. That's moving its way into Mountain City. We've got a flash flood warning up there as well. That runs until 8:30 this evening. That does include Johnson County, Sullivan County. It stretches back into, let's see. Guess that's it. Johnson and Sullivan County under a flash flood warning until 8:30. If you're joining us from the Tri-Cities area, we still have a severe thunderstorm warning until 5:45 for Sullivan, and that runs into Virginia for Sullivan County, 5:45. Severe thunderstorm warning. Along the northern side of that, from Baileyton, you're probably okay. Although you at Geraldstown, you're probably okay. The storm's going to be passing just to the south of you. Anybody from Mossheim, Mohawk, you're kind of in the thick of it right now. Greenville, you're getting ready to get it. Afton, same with you. Telford, we'll see what this storm does. You may be okay. Same with you folks in Irwin and Unicoi. But give us some time. It is tracking to the east at about 30 miles per hour. Heavy rain getting ready to work its way over 321 on Caney Branch, Parrottsville, and Newport. Del Rio, you'd be next in line. We've got storms blowing up to, that just went away. So Newport, anybody traveling from Newport to Pittman Center along 321, you're going to be in the thick of things as well. Dutch Valley flood is flooded. Slow going on Interstate 40. Nasty storms moving its way through Wares Valley. That is the storm moving its way into Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, Wares Valley, Townsend. Christina, stand by, my friend. Stand by. No, not even close. Anderson County needs to stay. That's a view from Anderson County into Knox County. What we're looking at right there on the screen is Anderson County, Knox County. There's Clinton on the very top of your screen. So Clinton's right there. To give you an idea. Stretches over to Oak Ridge, Hardin Valley, Louisville, Maryville. So Townsend, Pigeon Forge is next in line. Sevierville. And that's the bulk of the rain right there. Let me take that full so you get a better idea. Thanks, Regina. I appreciate you. Greenville's now getting hit. I appreciate you. Thanks, Brittany. Interstate 40. is just a mess right now. Just an absolute mess. This is a live look there from Cedar Bluff Interstate 40 right now. Absolute mess. Here's a live look from the Wares Valley camera. Nasty heavy rain moving on in. Here's a live look at 40 in West Hills. Oh, wow. You can see all, look at on the eastbound lane, excuse me, the westbound lane. Look at how it's flooded on the interstate. Can you see all that water there? Right here. Look at all that flooding on the other side of the road. Middlebrook Pike in Knoxville is terrible. Again, traveling is not advised. Kodak area. Jonathan, hold on one second, buddy. I'll get to you. Let's check in with Kodak here for a second. Kodak, you're fine. Kodak is fine so far. It's probably going to be it may move over your area, but it may just drift a little bit further to your south. Let's go back to the camera there. There we go. All right, so Kodak, you're doing fine. Seymour, you've got another round coming on into your area. This picture is posted from Eric in Athens. Look at the leading edge of that storm. Woo! Thanks, Eric. I appreciate you. Here's a picture from Shanda. Shanda Anderson. Shanda, what's up? Long time no talk, my friend. There we go. That's Shanda. That picture is taken, I believe, right around the Corrington area. So that's in Corrington. You want to see some dark, ominous skies? The storm that's moving its way into Wares Valley. This is a live view from Anakeesta, on top of Anakeesta. This storm is moving towards the camera right now as we speak. Here's a live view from downtown Gatlinburg. Here's a live view from, there we go. That's from Wares Valley. We'll take you back up to Hardin Valley. Hardin Valley is getting hammered right now, again with the Clinton community. There's a live look from Maynardville. Maynardville is now in the clear. Here's West Knoxville. Winds are blowing up like crazy here at West Knoxville. That's Fox Road Marina in West Knoxville. Ashley, how's Blaine within the next hour? Blaine, I believe, is fine. Yeah, Blaine, I mean, you may get a few showers and thunderstorms, but this is just the leading edge. So once this moves its way into the mountain counties, so again, we've got Polk County, we've got McMinn County, Monroe, Blount, Sevier, Cocke, and Greene County, along with Washington County. Those are the next counties in line. Of course, Knox County and Sevier and Blount County are kind of in the thick of things right now, where some of the heaviest rain is falling. That's where we've got the flash flooding that's ongoing. Morristown, you're good. I think actually Morristown is doing great. I don't think you're going to see much at all from here on out. Greene County is having a lot of rain and thunder and lightning. Thanks, Rebecca. I appreciate you. Yeah, there's Greene County right there on your screen. Under severe thunderstorm warning, remember, until 6:15. It's moving over 11E right now. Caney Branch, Parrottsville, Del Rio, and Newport, you're next in line, along with Pigeon Forge. Pigeon Forge is getting it right now. Gatlinburg, you're next, along with Elkmont, Wares Valley, Townsend, and Tremont. You can already see some clearing back behind this. Look at this. This is the storm. This is looking at Fort Loudon Dam. So if I were to bring the radar back out here, That storm right there is basically, that camera right there is basically right around. Let's see, that camera's gonna be right around there. I just circled it on your screen. And so that is looking at this storm moving its way over Woodlawn. So you can see this part of the storm right here. That's over Woodlawn right now. Is it over for Whitesburg? Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I think Hamlin County is good. Okay, I'm going to call some folks out. We've got flood advisories in Claiborne County. We've got flood advisories in also Campbell County, Union, Knox, and Anderson County. But if you're joining us from Campbell County, Claiborne, Hawkins, Hancock County, Granger County, Hamlin County, I think I said that, Jefferson County, you are in the clear. You are in the clear. If you're joining us from Scott and Fentress County, Morgan County, you're in the clear. Cumberland County, you're in the clear. Now, of course, we've got a few showers and thunderstorms back behind it, but I think you're going to be in the clear for the most part for the rest of the evening hours. I think this is going to be the gist of what we're going to be seeing. So if I look at the national radar, yep, there's nothing back behind it. So if I call your county out, you are good to go. Travel safely. Enjoy the rest of your Monday night. But again, Knox County and the mountain counties are next in line, and then that's it. So Ray and Meigs County, the Sequatchie Valley for the most part, although we've got a special weather statement just to the west of you in the Sequatchie County, Grundy County. So we have a special weather statement until 6 p.m. Chattanooga's got a special weather statement, but once that passes on through, you should be fairly good to go, except for that storm to your northwest. We'll have to watch that one. So we'll have to watch out for those storms. If you're joining us from Dayton, Cleveland, Chattanooga, storms off to your north and west, we'll have to watch those. These ones right here, they're going to be sliding its way into your area. Special weather statement now for Tellico Plains, Etowah, Benton, you're next in line. Madisonville, you're next in line as well. Here's a live look from KMNV, Monroe County Airport. That's the storm moving its way into Madisonville. So this is going to be, let me show you a different view. So that camera right there is looking at these storms right here are getting ready to move its way into Madisonville and Von Orr. So let me time this out for you. So Madisonville right now pretty much is getting ready to move its way in. Englewood 5:53, Von Orr 5:58, and Fort Loudon at 6 p.m. Tellico Plains, Tallahassee, you would be next in line. It's live view in downtown Gatlinburg right now. Go back up to Anakeesta. Norris Lake should be clear now. Yeah, Norris Lake's in the clear. That's Beach Island. That's Stardust. Remember, Stardust Marina is not working right now. My Townsend camera, I think, is down. My Townsend camera is down. Wears Valley has lost power, it looks like. That camera is now down. Yep, we've lost our camera in Wears Valley. All right, so Riceville, you're kind of in the middle of it right now, but once this storm passes in Riceville, you'll be fine. Charleston, Athens, once these move on through, you're cleared to go. You're good to go for the rest of the evening. Nyota, you're probably good to go. Sweetwater, you're kind of in the thick of things right now, moving its way into Madisonville. I mean, that is just one nasty looking cloud right there. So this storm is moving toward the airplanes. Okay, so it's back behind the camera. It's moving toward the airplane. So all that clear sky that you see off in the distance, that's going to be overtaken by the clouds because that's the direction that those clouds are moving on in. And so that's moving over the airport right now as we speak. Yeah, Athens, you are in the thick of it right now. That storm is blown up to 48,000 feet. 48,000 feet. Englewood, it's moving into your area here in the next couple of minutes. Tellico Plains, Etowah, again, you're going to be next in line. Just to take the radar for a second, you can see where we have severe thunderstorm warnings, special weather statements, flash flood warnings, as well as flood advisories. So in this vantage point, we've got 286 lightning strikes. 286 lightning strikes right now going on in the last 5 minutes, by the way. In the last 5 minutes. Are you done in Alcoa? No. No, you've got the storms just off to your northwest over Farragut and Hardin Valley. Those are going to move into your area in Alcoa. So Alcoa, don't let your guard down yet. So all this right here. All that right there is going to be moving its way into Alcoa. So Louisville, Alcoa, Rockford, Maryville, you're going to get another round here. That's going to come on in. Got an inch and a quarter already in Hitch, near Hitch in Sevierville roads. Thank you so much, Fishy. I appreciate you. Camp Creek's getting ready to get hit. Gatlinburg, Elkmont, Tremont, Pittman Center, the Smoky Mountain National Park. I mean, look how fast this is coming in. This is live looking downtown Gatlinburg. Look at those clouds. Those clouds are just racing through. If you're joining on YouTube, don't forget to smash that subscribe button if you're just jumping on YouTube and you're not subscribing to East Tennessee Weather. If you're on Facebook, make sure you like and share this live broadcast so it gets out into the algorithm. You're helping me help you. The more you like and share it, the more it gets out in the algorithm, the bigger and faster we grow. If you like East Tennessee Weather and this platform, make sure you download the East Tennessee Weather app. It's your one-stop shop for weather right here in East Tennessee, my friends. Tanya, you're very welcome. Thank you very much. Patrice, I appreciate you. How about Midway over the next hour? I think Midway's okay. Yeah, I think Midway's okay. So, again, I think Strawberry Plains, Thorn Grove, Midway, Jefferson City, Bainbury, Dandridge, Douglas Lake. I think we're going to be okay. Sure, do we have a couple of spotty showers after this? This is the main line. Once this moves its way into the mountains, we are done for the night, my friends. National Weather Service continues the severe thunderstorm warning for Blount, Cocke, and Sevier County until 6 p.m. There we go. That's a live look at the top of Anakeesta, the tower at Anakeesta there. And it's going to be rocking and rolling here. It is already rocking and rolling. Round number 2, about 1.5 miles southeast of Blount Memorial. Thanks so much. I appreciate it, Pete. Any idea how much longer it's going to last in Powell? It's been crazy for the last hour. Powell, I think you're in the clear. You're on the backside of that, Powell. So here we go. Let's just take this. So, Powell, you are right here. I'm going to circle Powell for you. So, high school, Powell, Claxton, Halls, Fountain City, you're pretty much in the clear right now. Solway, Carnes, Oak Ridge, Hardin Valley, you're still in the thick of things right now. That's a live look from Hardin Valley, but you can see some clearing off in the distance. That's looking off to the north and about northwestish anyways. So we're already starting to see improving conditions. But boy, this is going to be nice for the rest of the day today because this is going to shut down this is going to shut down that extreme heat that we've been experiencing. That's for sure. I'm between the Lost Sea and the Monroe Airport, and we've been hammered for the last hour. Thanks for the info. Yeah, you're very welcome. You've definitely been getting hammered. I've been showing you KMNV. Let's take you back out to Monroe County Airport. That's a live view at Monroe County Airport right there. Woodland looks like it's headed for Lenoir City. Lenoir City, well, yeah, Lenoir City heads up. You've got that right there. So Lenoir City is right there in the center of your screen. Right there. I've circled Lenoir City on the map there so you can see that. Can you see that blue very well? Let's change to yellow. You can probably see yellow better. There's Lenoir City. There we go. So Friendsville, hopefully you get a little bit of rain. Louisville, you're getting ready to get smacked. Fair gets in the middle of it. Rocky Hill, West Hills, Hardin Valley, downtown Knoxville still getting heavy rain. Rockford as well. Here's a live look. Interstate 40 in West Hills, top right-hand side of the screen. We've got KMNV, Monroe County Airport, bottom center. Severe thunderstorm warning continues for another 32 minutes for Carter, Johnson, Sullivan, and Washington counties. But again, we're watching that backside of that storm. McGee Tyson Airport just reported a wind gust of 47 miles per hour at 5:13. So at 5:13 anyways, Camp Creek had a wind gust of 40 miles per hour. When you look at how much rainfall we've seen out of this, this is who's gotten the heaviest rain. So heaviest rain, where we have the flash flood warning again, just outside of Oak Ridge, Claxton, south of Clinton. So right around, say, Aspire Park, Powell, north of Carnes. That's Bull Run, Casagua Heights, and Dossett, and Frost, Peak, Cherokee Ridge, Pleasant Ridge, and Black Oak. All have seen upwards. Let's see what the latest is. 3.8 inches there, 3.3. So anywhere from about 2.5 to almost 4 inches of rainfall has fallen in the flash flood area. So if you have travel plans, watch out. Again, that's going to be Clinton Highway. You got parts of Western Avenue or Oak Ridge Highway. Is this round 2 for downtown Knoxville? When will it be good to go? Let me take a look at that for folks joining us from downtown Knoxville. Yeah, once that moves on through, you'll be good to go. But depending on which direction you're traveling to, kind of depends on how this all plays out, right? I mean, you got a lot of flooding that's ongoing. And of course, downtown Knoxville is in a flash flood warning. It's hammering in West Knoxville right now from Hardin Valley over to Lovell Road. You got Bel Air, Ogden Hills, Lakewood. You got Tanrera, Boxwood Hills, Station West, Hickory Woods, Fox Den. So places like Cactus Grove, Graverly Hills, and Garland, Choteau. That's all getting ready to move its way into your area. So you got to get off the lakes. Hopefully nobody's on the lakes right now. Places like Bluegrass and Foxfire, Ebenezer. We got areas that could be potentially flooded in those areas. We've had flooding in there in years past. Rocky Hill to River Bend. Anybody joining us from River Bend? Got anybody traveling up and down Alcoa Highway. South Knoxville starting to improve. Of course, we still have heavy rain in downtown and South Knoxville. But as you traveled southbound on Alcoa Highway, we've got some nasty conditions there. Whoa. Whoa. Incredible lightning strike showing up right there. We'll just leave that camera on for a second. Somebody's asking about rotation. Where were you saying that rotation was? Somebody's talking about some rotation near Happy Valley in Blount County near the Foothills Parkway. Don't see anything too concerning right now. The strongest cell and the most rotation we saw was up towards Claiborne County and moving its way into Hamlin County. But again, you're in the clear now. It's really Knox County, Blount County, Sevier County, Greene County, as well as Washington counties. And then we've got points further to the south, Blount and Monroe, over into Polk County. Those are next in line. Of course, McMinn County and parts of Loudoun County are in the thick of things right now. How's Englewood looking for the next hour? Englewood, I think you're clear. You're in the clear. So I think anybody along Highway 11 from Charleston to Riceville, Englewood to Nyota, Sweetwater to Philadelphia, Loudoun to Lenore City, you are in the clear. No, the app doesn't allow videos, unfortunately. You have to email those. You can email those to me, info@easttnweather.com. If you've got great videos, email those to me, info, I-N-F-O, info@easttnweather.com. How long for Rockford and Walland? A young daughter has to travel between these areas after work. Rockford, where'd you say? Rockford and Walland? It's going to be a little bit between Rockford and Walland. We've got all the stuff over in West Knoxville, Farragut area. That's going to be a while. That's the bottom view of the camera there at my house, actually. Here's Fox Road Marina. Just hammering down. But this one shows a better view of the trees. Just rocking and rolling out there, friends. Just rocking and rolling. Knox County has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Bradley, Hamilton, and Polk counties. New severe thunderstorm warning for Bradley, Polk, and Hamilton counties. So here we go. So right over East Ridge, Collegedale. So Cleveland, Highway 64, just south of Benton, is under a severe thunderstorm warning. Again, this runs until 6:45. That's for Polk County, Bradley, and Hamilton County, 6:45. If you're joining us from the Chattanooga area. Laura, thank you so much. Just got home from Cedar Bluff, Middlebrook area. The runoff water is very strong. Be safe. Thanks, Laura. Appreciate you. It's insane out there. Make sure you like and share this broadcast. Help me out, my friends. If you're joining me this evening, help me out. Get it out in the algorithm. Let's grow East Tennessee Weather to be the #1 weather platform for us here in East Tennessee. My hubby just got off work in the middle of Greenville, and it was insane there. It's crazy how you can be in some counties 20 minutes down the road, and the weather is totally different. Just northwest of Gatlinburg, that's okay. Let's take a live look in downtown Gatlinburg. Gatlinburg is just in it right now. That's downtown Gatlinburg. And we'll take you up to Anakeesta. Top of Anakeesta. Just getting hammered. Chris, just got an inch of rain in the last 20 minutes. That's the kind of rainfall that we're seeing with this. Insane. Just insane. Water loaded. I mean, we talked about that, right? I've been talking about that for the last couple of days. The atmosphere is just so water loaded. Rainfall rates. Look at these rainfall rates. Upwards of 2 to 3 inches per hour is what we're seeing. Storm tops at about 37,000 feet. Madisonville getting rocked. Storm top at about 35,000 feet. The good news is, let me just take a wide view for folks that may be joining in. Got a lot of folks still on the platform here this evening, so thank you so much for tuning in to East Tennessee Weather. By the way, if you're new to the platform, my name is Mike Witcher. I'm a local meteorologist, been a local meteorologist here for more than 20 years. Been doing weather for more than 26 years. And I'm here to bring you hopefully the best weather coverage here in East Tennessee. So if you like what I do, I would appreciate you liking and sharing. Just really helps everything out. Make sure you download the East Tennessee Weather app. We're hoping for it, Cameron. We're hoping, my friend. We're hoping. By the way, we're going to be reaching out to you as well, Cameron. Got your email. Watching from Northeast Tennessee, thanks for the coverage. You're so welcome. East Tennessee Vol 25, love it. Speaking of which, Mountain City, Elizabethton in the thick of it right now, but moving into the mountain counties, so we should see. So Deauville, and then it's going to move its way on out of here. Here's some other locations. That's Damascus. We've got Damascus, Pandora, Little Doe, Maymead, Neva, Mill Creek, Crackers Neck, those areas. Still under a flash flood warning until 8:30. That is for Johnson and Sullivan County. We still have just south of Deauville. We still have a severe thunderstorm warning for Johnson County and Carter County. That runs until 6:30. Once that passes on by, you should be okay. Although for folks joining us from, say, Bristol, you've got a nice little cell over Gate City, and it is tracking your direction. Cloud tops on that one about 32,000 feet. Flash flood warning up and down I-81. That runs all the way into Abingdon from Bristol. But anybody from, say, Kingsport, the Tri-Cities, Johnson City area, down 81 into, say, downtown Knoxville, conditions have drastically improved. So big time improvements there. Once again, we'll take it back to downtown Gatlinburg. Just getting hammered right now. Yeah, so email that to me if you don't mind, Jennifer. info@easttnweather.com. Info. I need to create a different one, different email that says videos@easttnweather.com. I don't have that, so don't send it there. Thanks, Anna. I appreciate it. I haven't heard from her, but she said it was pretty crazy out there. Do I have an ETA when it will be out of Knox County? Ooh. Yeah, I do. I mean, so things have lightened up a lot along Interstate 40 from the split into the 640 interchange into downtown Knoxville. We've definitely seen big time improvements there. So right through here, big time improvements. So we're going to do better. We're going to do better. We're not doing great. It is the middle of rush hour. It is now 10 minutes after 6, by the way. And this is what it looks like on Interstate 40. Well, let's see. Interstate 40 seems to have improved a lot. Trying to find a good camera view for you. Well, maybe not so much. So that's Interstate 40 in Cedar Bluff. Obviously, traffic is at a slow, super snail pace. But the good news is the heaviest rain has now kind of worked its way over Interstate 40. It's now down Pellissippi Parkway and Alcoa Highway. Thanks, Pamela. Power back on at Cedar Bluff, but still no internet. Appreciate your hope. What's up, Andrew? Yeah, we're seeing improving conditions here. Let me make sure I'm on the right radar here. Heavy rain moving its way into Bristol in the Northern Valley, Upper East Tennessee. So heads up there, Bristol. Got a nice little cell moving its way into your area. Again, places like Greenville and Unicoi County. Severe thunderstorm warning for Unicoi County until 6:30. Greene County until 6:15. It's now 6:12, so that's probably going to be allowed to expire. So this is the latest severe thunderstorm warning right there for Irwin. Irwin along Highway 26 in Unicoi County. That was just issued by the National Weather Service here at 6:07. But let me expand the view again to give folks an idea of what's going on. That is all we have left. So let me expand that so you can get an idea of what we're looking at. This is our storm, 612. Once it moves on through, we're smooth sailing for the rest of the night. That's a live look there at 40 in Cedar Bluff. And here's a live look in downtown Gatlinburg. Getting reports that Hunt Road is blocked in Alcoa. Thanks to my Witcher Weather Watchers. Thanks, Tabby. Appreciate you. Unsure if down trees or what, but you may not want to pass go on that one. Folks are losing the internet for... Bobby Pleasant, a Witcher Weather Watcher, sharing this photo with us this evening. That's from the Greenville area. Bobby Pleasant's in Greenville. Thank you, Bobby. Here's one from Robbie in Rogersville. This is the storm that came through Bulls Gap. Look at that lightning strike. All right, so Cleveland, heads up. Cleveland, I think this might just pass just to the south of you. But again, we have a severe thunderstorm warning that continues for Hamilton, Bradley, and Polk counties until 6:45. Hamilton, Bradley, and Polk counties until 6:45. Kodak is done for the evening. Sorry about that, folks. That's Facebook's issues. That's why I say, you know what? I always tell folks all the time, You can go to my website at eastnweather.com. Of course, you can't chat there. YouTube is going to be a great location. So if you haven't subscribed to my East Tennessee Weather YouTube channel, make sure you go subscribe to the East Tennessee Weather YouTube channel. Every time I update a new video forecast, you will be notified as long as you click the bell. So go like and subscribe to YouTube. Click the bell. Just search East Tennessee Weather. You can also put it up on the big screen. On YouTube on the big screen at your TVs and your homes. You can also put it up on Roku TV or Amazon Fire. But again, social media is rented space, my friends. So YouTube's a good one. I know YouTube's rented space as well, but Facebook seems to have a few issues every once in a while. My power went off right as I asked about Englewood, Etowah. Thanks, Crystal. Can I show a full radar view? Absolutely. And of course, as we're done, when we get done with the broadcast, I'll be updating the broadcast or the platforms again for the website, the app, and YouTube as well, along with the 24-hour channel. So we'll have to update that here this evening. And then we'll talk about the nice little drier air that's going to settle in back behind this cold front. So it's going to be a lot more comfortable. YouTube is much better than Facebook. I was having so many issues with Facebook this afternoon. So there you go. So that's just a great platform for you to be on. Found this on the whim. Thanks for the live forecast. Absolutely. Make sure you go smash that subscribe button and hit the bell so you're notified of what's going on. You came here from Facebook. Facebook having issues with you as well. Watching on YouTube on your TV. Awesome, Becky. So you can download it for your smart TVs and watch on the big screen so you don't have to watch on your cell phone all the time. I mean, this has been a summer to boot, my friends. I mean, this has just been an insane summer with a lot of severe weather. And here's the deal, is we're going to get back in that northwesterly flow pattern, unfortunately, which is probably going to throw more disturbances our direction and bring us maybe a little bit more active weather towards the end of the week. We're going to get some dry air. We're going to shut down the rain chances for a couple of days. Nice not to have the air that you can wear. Amen to that. Woo. Let's see. Greenville, Mr. Mike. Yes, Greenville's good. Cott County, you're good. Hamblin County, Granger County, Jefferson County, you're good. Northern Valley improving for sure. Kingsport to Hawkins, Hancock, Claiborne County. Campbell, Scott, and Fenchurch County, you're good. Morgan County to Cumberland County, you're good. Roane County, yeah, a few spotty showers still lingering, you're good. I'd say all the way through Raid. Meigs County, McMinn County, you're good. Loudoun County, just the southern sides of Loudoun County, moving into Monroe County, are seeing improving conditions. But we still have a severe thunderstorm warning for Monroe County. Severe thunderstorm warning for Monroe County until 6:45. It's now 6:19, by the way. Not necessarily bad weather. We'll just have to watch it, Rich. It just got to Tellico. Indian Boundary, Bald River Falls, moving into the mountains, moving into the hills. Tallahassee, Pumpkin Center in the thick of things right now. Von Orr, you'll start to see improving conditions here in a little bit. Up the roadways from Pumpkin Center along 129. Moving right back over the Dragon, by the way. Remember just a couple weeks ago, we had that rotating supercell over the Dragon. Lanier, Benfield, Maryville. Maryville heads up, just hold tight to Rockford, Alcoa, Springfield, and Maryville. Just hold tight. That's going to move its way back into Walland along 321. So Maryville to Walland, back into Townsend, and then probably back into Wares Valley and into the Smokies as well. You know what? We've seen a little bit of rotating thunderstorms, but again, there's not been enough for any tornadoes. National Weather Service now has canceled the severe thunderstorm warning for Washington County, Tennessee. They continue the severe thunderstorm warning for Unicoi County, by the way. The bulk of the rain is coming to an end in Anderson and Knox counties. Conditions should drastically improve here. Unfortunately, it came through during our evening rush hour. When you look at the rainfall, you can see who's gotten the rain and who's not gotten the rain, right? Or who got the most of the rain. Poor Friendsville just can't seem to get a drop here or there. Jeez. Let me just widen this view to get an idea of who's gotten the rain, who's not gotten the rain, right? The heaviest rain was from Anderson into northwest Knox County. That was where we saw the heaviest rain. We had thunderstorm wind damage there, 3 miles southwest of Powell. And that happened at 422. Yeah, no doubt about that, Joe. It could be a very interesting winter this year, thanks to what they're calling the Super El Nino. It's just a strong Nino, a strong El Nino, I should say. Just hopped on Intellico Plains. It doesn't sound good out here. Hey, Angela, how are you this evening? Angela, if you don't mind just throwing out that share button there on Facebook, it just helps to put the East Tennessee weather back out in the algorithm. Hang tight, Elizabeth. Let's see. No, are we expecting any more after this? No. What about Maryville, says Gary? Maryville's going to be in it for a little bit. So Maryville just a little bit longer. Rockford, Alcoa, Maryville, Wildwood just a little bit longer. But Blackberry Farm, Wallen, Townsend, heads up. You've got a nice little shower just to your north and northwest. Still have some slow-going conditions on the interstate this evening. That's 40 in Cedar Bluff. This rain just did not help anybody's cause at all, did it? Sure didn't. We've been live for 3 hours, my friends. 3 hours we've been live. Live severe weather coverage with East Tennessee Weather. It's your one-stop shop for weather right here in East Tennessee, right? That rotating storm, yeah, nothing's really rotating. We're good. So here's what we're going to experience for the rest of the evening. That's a live look there from Hardin Valley, looking off to the north and northwest towards downtown Clinton, Solway, Carnes area, and you can see some blue sky off in the distance. Look at this blue sky right here off in the distance. Nice. Now, if you want more weather, all weather, make sure you follow the East Tennessee Weather Facebook page. That is all weather. You're not going to get any of my family. I post a lot of weather information on that page every single day. So make sure you check that page out. That's the East Tennessee Weather Facebook page. I also have an East Tennessee Weather Instagram page and also a TikTok page. So make sure you go subscribe to those as well. We post a lot of information on the East Tennessee Weather stuff and the East Tennessee Weather platforms and pages. On the Mike Witcher TV Facebook page, you're just going to get the most important stuff, okay? You're going to get a little bit of my family. You're going to get a little bit of fun. I am a little wacky sometimes, so maybe you don't want that. And then to go over to the East Tennessee Weather Facebook page and subscribe to that page. And the more you like, the more you share things when it's important, especially on severe weather days, the more it helps to grow this platform to be the platform that you all, I think, enjoy and want. It's all weather, only weather, by the way. You know, you don't have to deal with anything else. All weather, only weather. Still have a severe thunderstorm warning right now until 6:30. It's currently 6:24. The National Weather Service has extended the flash flood warning for Russell, Virginia, Scott, Virginia, and Washington, Virginia. So something to keep in mind for the folks joining us in Upper East Tennessee or anybody that may be traveling 81 into Virginia. Awesome stuff. I'll be posting some Facebook posts, some videos, and pictures on social media once we get done with this. I'm a one-man band. I can't do it all by myself. I can't be posting and doing live severe weather coverage. But the more you help me out, the more we can grow, the more we can add more people to the platform to give you even better weather coverage down the road, right? Awesome. Appreciate that right there. I'm just Jennifer. I love it. I love all your handles. Again, if you don't have the East Tennessee Weather app, you can put it up. You can CarPlay it. You can drive. You can listen to stuff. It travels wherever you go. If you're taking any sort of late summer vacations, if you're traveling for the winter months during severe weather season, remember, we have a secondary severe weather season in November, by the way. So just keep that in mind. We've had some strong storms in the month of November, end of October into November. Could be an interesting winter season thanks to the strong El Nino that's set up shop. And so if you allow location services and notifications on the app, listen, I don't track you. Our cell phones are tracking us no matter what we do or say, right? I mean, how many times have you been hanging out with somebody and you're talking about cat food, and all of a sudden you're like, I don't even have a cat, and I'm getting cat advertisements on my phone. They're doing more of a tracking than I will ever do. I can GPS and locate geofence location, so I don't have to bother everybody with. I try not to send out a lot of push notifications. I don't want to do that because I don't want you to turn them off. That's why I say YouTube's a great platform for that, because if you'll hit the bell, you'll always get my YouTube updates. Always, every single time. That's where I do my long form YouTube version of weather updates every day. I do them twice a day, morning and night. Typically, I try to hit it by about 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. Obviously, it's not going to hit 6 p.m. tonight. I got to reset the show and forecast a little bit for the next couple of days. But the East Tennessee Weather app, of course, I've got a quick cast. I did get rid of 1 minute with Witcher. I've got a quick cast, though, that'll just kind of get you out the door for the day. Quick check and preview of the next couple of days, and that's about it. But the YouTube video is going to be the one that gives you that really full forecast. Everything that you really want to know, and maybe more, because I try to get a little bit more scientific. I try to teach you a lot about information. Remember, I'm on 18 radio stations here in East Tennessee, 25 frequencies we broadcast to. If you are around town, you've got a great camera view, hit me up, info@easttnweather.com. I know some of you have already responded to me. I am super busy every single day from sunrise to sunset, trying to respond to you on social media, trying to field the emails that come in, trying to respond on all the platforms. So again, just bear with me. If you order merch from me as well, just remember it's not Amazon. It's from a local company here in town. And big shout out to Label Industry anyways. And so it takes a little bit to get stuff out the door. So if you order something, just be patient with me. But thank you so much for the support. I don't upcharge on the merch. It is literally whatever it costs for shipping and the merch is all you get. We're going to be adding some new designs here coming real soon to the shirt designs and a lot of what I do. I've got mugs and tumblers and whatnot. So everything that you do really just helps the platform out a lot. Thanks so much, Hilly B. I appreciate you. Let's see. Total YouTuber. The platform is more video based than Facebook. Yeah. YouTube's great. That's where you're going to get all my video updates. There you go, Tracy. You're very welcome, Chad Clark. Let's check it on Farragut. Yeah, just one little lonely cell just moving its way on through. But we've really seen big improvements for most of Knox County. Anderson County's in the clear. Again, anybody along and north of Interstate 40, you're in the clear. Still have some pretty good showers that are going to work their way back through Soddy Daisy. We've got a severe thunderstorm warning now for Marion and Sequatchie County that runs until 7:15. Remember, I do cover all of East Tennessee, from Chattanooga to the Tri-Cities, from the Smoky Mountains to the Cumberland Plateau. We cover 3 TV markets. 3 TV markets, okay? So it's a lot, but I'm here for you, and that's where the app is really going to be beneficial to keep you up to date on what's going on. But big improvements have already still hanging on to a few severe thunderstorm warnings, again, for Monroe County, for Polk and Bradley counties, over into, and then we'll have to watch the ones to your west in Sequatchie counties. Still have a severe thunderstorm warnings up, one for Carter County and Johnson County. That will be expiring here at 6:30. It is 6:30 right now. So let's see what the National Weather Service is going to continue the severe thunderstorm warning them for Monroe County. For Monroe County, so they're going to continue the severe thunderstorm warning right over Indian Boundary, south of Tallahassee, over 129 and the Dragon. So they're going to continue that here until 6:45. So they've extended it for another 15 minutes. You're welcome, Becca. Gilbert, you got it, my friend. No worries, buddy. No worries. You didn't want to be out in the middle of it anyways. Ugh. Still kind of looking a little dark over there in Hardin Valley here. Here's live looking Hardin Valley. I would imagine after this rain, the heat advisory could probably go away, right? I have not been outside for a little bit. I'm in an air conditioned studio. No, that's really going to be about it. That's going to be about it. Kodak's great. So this is it. Yeah, probably. The heaviest or strongest cells are up into Carter County and then down across the Southern Valley. That's where we have the strongest storms right now. Interstates improved quite a bit. Here's a live look from Hardin Valley. And let's see if we can't get that on there for you. Where'd that go? That's 40 in West Hills at the top right hand side of the screen. You and me both, man. It's just been this heat has been insane. It's been such a tropical summer. I mean, the humidity has just been off the charts, which has led to insane downpours. This cold front will make it feel so much better. I promise you that. Remember, for those of you that were with me from the very beginning, I had some tech issues with the computer, had to reset it, get on the phone with the weather computer company, had to shut everything down and got it relaunched just in time to keep going this evening. We did use the the interactive radar on the on my website at easttnweather.com. So that was beneficial. But when I get off the phone, or when I get done with this broadcast, I'm gonna have to call the folks at the weather computer company and have them help me reset some things. But we moved right along and we didn't skip a beat and we kept you informed, and that's what it's all about. Well, hi, babe. My wife on the road working hard. She's a nurse. Everyone give her a big shout out this evening. Janelle, I love you. I'm glad you made it safe. Don't count you in for dinner, huh? Headed to LeConte. Well, if you see any photos of some flooded roadways along the way, why don't you grab some photos and send them my way? I mean, what time is it? 6:34. We're pretty much right on schedule. We're about 30 minutes early with the arrival of them, and they're going to end about an hour and a half late sooner than what I said. What did I say this morning? I said between 4 and 8 o'clock. By the way, give big shout out to all the sponsors and advertisers that do populate the platform here with East Tennessee Weather. I just got to give them a big shout out because they're the ones who make this platform free for you. We got places like Harvey's Furniture over in, oh, geez, I'm blanking on the name. Oliver Springs. Right, my good friend, East Coast Lines, Orange Hat Brewing Company, big supporter. That was where I installed my very first live weather camera. How about Melcy and Edmonds? Big shout out to Michelle, Ray Varner Ford, CPAs, car dealerships. Great stuff right there. Again, Volunteer Home Mortgage. Big shout out to Jerry and her team down there in Blount County, opening up her new place that we're going to be helping out. A Bridge Brewing Company. They've been such a huge supporter of East Tennessee Weather and put East Tennessee Weather up in their establishments to help the patrons out. Master Battery, Dr. Daniel Fowler. They do radio spots with me here on East Tennessee Weather. So again, Knox County, Knox Area Rescue Missions. Big shout out to CARM. They do a great thing for our community as well with the homeless. Of course, Harbs on Broadway, carpets and cleaning. Medic Regional Blood Center. Huge, right? Absolutely. We need blood. And a big shout out to Dolly Parton Children's Hospital, rebranded from East Tennessee Children's Hospital. Huge shout out to McNabb Center, huge supporter of East Tennessee weather and the platform. The Greater Smokies region and doing all the events like the Smoky Mountain Hot Air Balloon Festival that I just did. And if you're looking for a boat, the Boat Club. How about that? The Nautical Boat Club. I'm going to be the official meteorologist, by the way, for the Big Kahuna Wing Festival. So we're going to be doing that. Go purchase your tickets. Synergy Home Care, one of the newest to the platform. And we've got several new ones. American Foundation joining us here as well. Didn't have a chance before the severe weather entered the area to get them on the platform, but American Foundation, they cover all of East Tennessee. If you're needing some foundation work, they will definitely help you out. They're the newest ones here. Burks and Ogle as well, attorney at law. So big shout out to Nate and his team at Burks and Ogle. If you're looking for a lawyer, they are definitely the right place for you. So again, big shout out to all the sponsors. I'm telling you, I would not be here without their support, without their belief in what I'm doing. And of course, without you liking and sharing and joining me on my platforms for live severe weather coverage, to liking and sharing my social media posts, to all of you that share every single day my app to everybody. It has become a household name here in East Tennessee. I hear it all the time from you, from people on social media. Everybody is downloading the East Tennessee Weather app. And if you've not done so yet, you should totally do that tonight. Just go to your app store and search East Tennessee Weather or East TN Weather. You can buy merch to support as well, just because when you wear it, it helps to support the platform because it gets it out there. Trust me, if you buy a shirt, people are going to say something about it. If you buy a hat, I've got cool trucker hats. I know my wife is trying to get me to get some women's stuff. So ladies, stand by. We will get some cute women's apparel for you. I promise that. I know I do have pre-roll commercials on my videos on social media, or on YouTube and the app. I have to have those for my advertisers. But I really try to limit the nuisance of advertising and what your information you want to get. I never will do pre-roll commercials before severe weather coverage ever. I do have my pre-roll, just a countdown to get people into the platform. But again, please, if you see a sponsorship on this platform, please go give them a big shout out. Go support them. A lot of them are super, super hyper local. And it's us small businesses that make our community so much what it is. Big corporate America is taking over these small businesses. And again, if you can support the smaller businesses, it's only going to, and if you do attend one of these places, if you go to a Bridge, if you go to Orange Hat, if you go to a Melcy and need a CPA, give Michelle a call and just say, hey, I learned about you from Mike Witcher and East Tennessee Weather. That's going to let them know that you are actually seeing their advertisements on my platform. I do sponsor out all my social media. And if you're a business and if you're looking for some social media, some commercialing, some advertising on the fastest growing digital weather platform here in East Tennessee, then you want your business in front of, I'm telling you, millions of eyeballs. I was just looking at my social media the other day. I mean, I hit millions every single week on social media. So if you want your advertisement in front of millions, hit me up, sales@easttnweather.com, sales@easttnweather.com, or info@easttnweather.com as well. But sales@easttnweather.com will get you front and center in front of my sales team. And we will take care of you. I promise you, we will take care of you. It's a partnership. It's a relationship. This is how we move forward together in our own community because we all live here. I'm here to help you out. You're here to help me out as well. And we're here to help our community out because we all live here. So attend the events and give them big shout outs. All right, my friends, we're going to probably wrap things up here in just a second. We have one severe thunderstorm warning for the mountains of Monroe County for another 5 minutes. For you folks joining us from Chattanooga, I'll stick with you. We still have a severe thunderstorm warning and a nice little healthy cell that's going to be moving its way into Jasper. So I'm going to stick with you folks in the Southern Valley. Everyone else probably can go for the night if you want to, unless you just want to continue. But folks joining us from Tracy City, right along Highway 24, I would say Jasper, South Pittsburgh, Sequatchie, Victoria, Whitwell, Cartwright, and Centerpoint, and Dunlap. You are going to be next in line. You have a severe thunderstorm warning. Our severe thunderstorm watch Goes for another 3 hours and 19 minutes, but that will be allowed to be canceled sooner than later. Remember, we still have that flash flood warning in and around here. Let me show you what that looks like here for a moment. Let me switch over to how much rainfall we actually saw out of the storm. And so here we go. Oops, wrong one. Wrong button here, folks. Sorry. We'll get that on there. There we go. There we go. No, there we go. There we go. So many buttons to push. So again, flash flood warning continues. This runs until 8:15 this evening, so about another hour and a half or so. And I mean, we've got places like Claxton picking up over 2.5 inches of rain. Powell, about 2.5. Some of the bullseyes right around the Bull Run area of 3.8. So this is where we could see quite a bit of flooding. Edgemore, Casagua Heights, 2.3. Dossett, 2.3. Peak, 2.8. Clinchview, we've picked up about 2.3. Let's see. We'll come over to, well, just west of Dossett, 2.4. So you get the point. Anywhere from about 2 to 4 inches of rain has fallen in this part of town, which is why we have the flash flood warning. Even just further to the north, just outside of Lake City, we'll go, now we're getting to the mountains of Frozen Head State Park. So Peach Ross, not nearly as much. Same with you folks. Oliver Springs, about an inch or so. But Frozen Head State Park picked up just about 2 inches of rainfall. But again, that's the mountainous area, right? So it's all coming down the hillside into the streams and the rivers, and that's going to fill up. Right along Interstate 40 in downtown Knoxville. I mean, downtown Knoxville picked up about 0.8 of, but just outside of that area, of upwards of 1.5 inches or nearly 2 inches. Holston Hills, Fountain City picking up about 1 inch to 1.5 inches of rainfall. So again, watch out for flooded roadways this evening. I do want you to travel safe if you are going to be traveling out and about. But things and conditions are improving. We still have a couple of spotty showers here or there, but we're not going to necessarily see severe weather, okay? This is going to be the last bit of it. We still have that severe thunderstorm warning for Bradley County until 6:45. And that extends over into Polk County as well. But this is the last of it all. The National Weather Service says planning on letting the Bradley, Western Polk County warning drop with no immediate plans for anything new there. The National Weather Service has expired the severe thunderstorm warning for Monroe County. And again, make sure you go subscribe to the East Tennessee Weather Facebook page. That's all weather and only weather. If you want to see a little bit of my family, you can go check out Mike Witcher TV on Facebook and Instagram. The Mike Witcher's TV and the Mike Witcher TV Facebook and Instagram pages are just, a little bit of weather and, but the important stuff, right? And that's where, by the way, that's where the big platinum sponsorship gets, is on the Mike Witcher TV Facebook page. That's my biggest viewership. But if you want to see a little bit of my family and have some fun with me, join that page. This storm is still cranking up to about 30,000 feet in elevation. So moving over its way over the Whitwell area, Cartwright, Victoria, and Sequatchie. You're next in line. Center Point as well. Maryville's done. I believe Maryville. I think we're all done. Yeah. We're all done for all of East Tennessee. Let's come back here real quick. Let me just double check here. So, yeah, we're pretty much done. Yeah, we got a couple of lingering or stray showers. They should not become severe. Really, all we have left is what's going on down in Chattanooga. So, new severe thunderstorm warning now for Sequatchie, Victoria, Whitwell, Cartwright, and Center Point until 7:15. You're good to go, Faith. You're good to go. What about Crossville? Good to go. What about Maryville? Good to go. No issues left. Thanks, David Miller, for joining me, along with you, Mary and Faith, on YouTube. I appreciate that. Emily, power still out at Cedar Bluff. Thanks, Mary. I appreciate you. Don't forget to go subscribe to that YouTube channel. If you're joining on YouTube because you just happen to come by the YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe to it and hit that bell. Lisa, I hope you have a great night as well, friend. Let's check out some power outages while we're at it, shall we? We've had a lot of power outages. So here's all of our power outages. Let me take the lightning off for you. Take all the warnings off. There we go. All right, power outages. 600 there, Campbell County. Claiborne County, 100. Union County, 100. Anderson County, 600. 6,000 in Knox County. Roane County, 200. Hamlin County, 300. Jefferson, 3,500. Sevier County, 1,400. Maryville. And you see McMinn County, Bradley County, 5,000 without power. Polk County, 100 without power. So again, we've had a lot of power outages here this evening. And that's why I say don't always be so concentrated. When I mention the word tornado, people just like go crazy. But just realize that when you look at our history of tornadoes in East Tennessee, it is very low. Now I know we're becoming a new tornado alley. I get that. But we get a lot more storms with damaging wind gusts than anything else ever. Like tonight. Comes blasting on in, power outages, down power lines, poles down, trees down, driving flooded roadways. That's more of an issue ever for us here in East Tennessee. And like I said earlier today, I said, listen, trust me, you will know when I'm concerned about a tornado day. Like 2011, that was a huge concern. And we talked about it the 3 to 4 days leading up to the event. And we all know what that turned out to be, right? If you remember that, if you didn't live here, well, go look up the super tornado outbreak of 2011. I was on the air for 9.5 hours straight. Send the videos to info@easttnweather.com. I'll set up a videos website because I know that's probably going to be the best place to do it. I'll do that later or email account. But for now, Sarah, if you just don't mind sending it to info@easttnweather.com. Mary, I hope you have a blessed night as well. Thanks, Lisa. Whew. Don't want to do that again, do you? That was a crazy year. That year was insane. We had incredible amounts of hail. Oh, look at this picture from Kevin Campbell. He's a Witcher Weather Watcher, by the way. By the way, anybody wants to join a Witcher Weather Watchers group, we've got, let's see, how many people do we have on this group now? We are up to 97 members, almost 100 members of Witcher Weather Watchers. It's a private storm spotter group for East Tennessee weather. Now, in order to do that, what you have to do is go to my website, log on to easttnweather.com. Under the weather tab, you'll see a section called Witcher Weather Watchers. And you go take the course with the National Weather Service. You send me your certificate. And you join a private chat group. And literally, you can join me live on the broadcast. We have great groups. We had our third or fourth meet and greet since we started East Tennessee Weather, where we all just had a little picnic and we learned more about weather. We got to meet each other. It's a big, awesome community of people who just love weather. And so if you're interested and you just love weather so much, or maybe you're really fascinated by it and you don't know a lot, trust me, you don't have to know a lot. You just have to know enough to get through the course, and then you'll learn a lot more. We've got some really smart people on the platform. We've got some folks that just don't know a lot about weather, which is okay, but enough to pass the course. And that's all right. That's part of the community that I'm building, right? We help each other out. We live here together. We are one big giant community, and that's what it's all about. National Weather Service has now canceled the severe thunderstorm warning for Monroe County. Edgemore Road in Oak Ridge about 30 minutes ago, train spotter. Here is a picture from that. So we've got some flooded roadways. That's Edgemore. Could be worse. Could be worse, considering how much rainfall we got in that part of town. And again, if you can upload those photos, excuse me, to the submit a photo on the East Tennessee Weather app, that is literally going to be the fastest and most convenient way for me to share photos. But again, info@easttnweather.com if you want to share some videos. I will spend hours and hours and hours trying to get through all your comments on social media, seeing all your photos on social media and all your videos. Bear with me. I try to really get through all of them, but I can't possibly get through all of them. So that's nearly impossible. We got to give a big shout out to Quincy. Quincy. He said, apparently the rain got to him. Apparently the rain got to you, Quincy. love the selfie, my friend. That's great. Yep, the rain got him. That's for sure. Here's one from Tim Vines. So again, these are all pictures that were uploaded through the app itself. They come right to my computer. I can share them instantly, which really ultimately helps tell a weather story. When we can share these photos right away, plus you get a big shout out with your names. This was from Tim Vines. Oh, here, look at this one. This is Nikki Beeler. Shelf cloud approaching Cherahela Skyway. Whoa, that is an absolutely insane photo. Check this out. Wow. That is nuts. I mean, we have seen shelf cloud after shelf cloud after shelf cloud here in East Tennessee. We've seen rotating supercell thunderstorms. I mean, that is insane. Yeah, that's going to be good old Facebook, Tracy. Facebook's not the best platform to sit here and watch long-form severe weather coverage. YouTube is definitely going to be the best one. See, Chris just learned what millibars work today. I mean, that's the kind of community that we're building, right, Chris? We have conversations and we talk about weather. What is millibars? What is that? We also talked about that at the meet and greet. Like, do you know what this is? What's 500 millibars? Where is that now in the atmosphere? Is it high? Is it low? What does that mean? What do I look at when I look at 500 millibar vorticity? What's 850 millibars? Why do I do that? Isn't that gorgeous? I don't necessarily know that I want to be on top of there when that storm was rolling in. That one's definitely going to social media. For sure. Whew, that's awesome. Quincy, I love the selfie, Quincy. Thank you so much for sharing that tonight. It's awesome. That's not AI. I'm 99.9% sure that is not AI. No way. Isn't that awesome, Tracy? Great shot. And now we're left with I think we're going to be left with a nice sunset this evening for some of us. That's a live look there from Hardin Valley. We'll take you back up to Anakeesta. And look at that, some sunshine off on the far right-hand side of the screen. Maynardville Courthouse. Fox Road Marina. There we go. Fort Loudon Dam. This will show a nice little, look at that. That's nice. That's so nice. Camera needs to be tilted up again because China's, the earth is curved, by the way. That's downtown Clinton. And here is KMNV Monroe County Airport. These are just many of the 18 East Tennessee weather camera network that we're building. I want a camera in every single county of East Tennessee so we can really highlight what's going on in your county. If you know of a great place to put an East Tennessee weather camera, a business is always the best place, by the way. They get a little shout outs with East Tennessee weather as well. But if you know of a great view, hit me up, info@easttnweather.com. Yeah. Percentages. Ugh. The death of me is percentages. Nobody understands probability of precipitation ever. If you have a 15% probability, if you have a 10% probability, and if I put a 10% on a 7-day forecast of rainfall and you get dumped on that day, guess what? I was still right. It's 10%. probability. Doesn't sound like a lot, right? 10% chance that any area in an area that I'm forecasting for has a chance of 100% chance of rain. Does that make sense? Clear as mud? If you see a 100% chance of rain, does that mean it's going to rain all day long? Absolutely not. If we have a cold front coming through, like today, I think I had a 70%. And when you look at the rainfall across the area, we pretty much got 70% rain today. Let's go back to here. I'll show you. This is where we got rain today, right? Not everybody got the rain. But did it last all day? No. So many people cancel vacations and plans based on percentages and icons on a weather app. Don't do that. That's why it's important to always check in for the rest of the story. Timing, duration, intensity, totals tells more. And that's where the YouTube weather updates and the QuickCast updates really come into play. If I have a 100% chance of rain and a cold front's coming through and everybody's guaranteed to get wet, that's a 100% chance of rain, even if it lasts 2 seconds. If you get miserable rain, that's 100%. No. Now, Chris. It is. It's some consultant back in the day when we had TV consultants probably said, we need to put percentages on the 7-day forecast. And every TV station's like, yeah, that makes sense. And now we've just confused everybody again. Can we see the radar again? Absolutely. Thanks for asking. Where are you joining us from, Jade? I'm not quite sure where you're joining from, but thanks for joining the platform here. Make sure you download the East Tennessee Weather app. If you've not done so, just go to your app store and search East Tennessee Weather. So this is what we got going on around the area. We have one severe thunderstorm warning still across the Southern Valley, and that is all we have left. My kids are probably starving. Sorry, kids, if you're watching on your phones. Telecoplanes. Oh, telecoplanes, you're good. A couple of spotty showers. Again, a couple of spotty showers coming on through. Nothing severe. Atmosphere is wiped out. So we're going to be, once this severe thunderstorm warning expires here at 7:15, we will be smooth sailing. National Weather Service is saying best looking cores are in Southeast Tennessee. They're both not in the warning area, so that makes me feel good. So they're watching the radar, issuing the warnings. Things are improving. Again, if you're joining us from Soddy Daisy, Bakewell, Middle Valley, Walden, Red Bank, Chattanooga, heads up. Severe thunderstorm warning just off to your north and west. Got one good solid thunderstorm moving its way into your area, and then we will be smooth sailing for the rest of the night tonight. You got me on Roku. Nice. And do you have the actual app itself for your cell phone? Hopefully you do, Jade. You ain't wrong. That brings me to a good point. We are full on. Oh, I gotcha. No, I wasn't saying AI. I was saying we are inferring. What I was inferring to was we are now dealing with a full-on weather warfare in our country now. I will say this. Follow somebody, whether it's me, whether it's somebody else. Stick with one meteorologist that you really like. Hopefully it's me in East Tennessee Weather. But just stick with that person. Watch what you like and share on social media. There's so much clickbait out there, and these people are making millions of dollars a year on clickbait, showing you the worst of the worst. We're going to get 30 inches. Let's go back to January. I say this all the time. Let's go back to our first winter storm in January of this year. Remember that? Even your Weather Channel app was saying that it was going to be 33 inches of snowfall. And everybody that was joining me on the platform at that time said, Witcher, why are you not issuing snowfall totals? And I was like, I can't issue snowfall totals until I'm 100% confident that we're actually going to get some snow. And that very first snowstorm did not turn into a snowstorm for us. It walloped Nashville. It did not come here. We got more ice and freezing rain and just plain cold rain. So again, I highly encourage you to follow somebody local like myself, to download the app, to stick with them. Sure, go cruise around, peruse social media, follow it, look at stuff, ask me questions. I'll answer them. But don't like and share those things. You're just helping those folks sit on their butt and just post social media nonsense. They're taking the worst of one model run and saying we're going to get walloped with the worst storm in the world. The people are already issuing winter storm stuff on social media. Have you seen it? Mm-hmm. Snowbird Bob is one of those. Do not follow Snowbird Bob. Please do not follow him. Don't like his stuff. Don't do it. It is 100% clickbait. There's several others across the country that are doing that. I cannot stress that enough because it makes my job harder because I'm having to field questions constantly going, well, I saw this here. I saw this there. Well, that's not going to happen here. Those people don't know what they're talking about. Local, local, local is what it's all about. Just throwing it out there. That's my soapbox for the night. So Georgetown, Charleston, Middle Valley, Saudi Daisy, Bakewell, Sale Creek under a special weather statement until 7:45. I am not going to stick around until 7:45. We're just going to hang on to this for a little bit longer and then let you go for the evening. But boy, you guys all came out in droves tonight, and I really do appreciate the support. You get a lot of watches and warnings if you follow the East Tennessee Weather Facebook page. Also X. You'll get a lot of those watches and warnings on that page as well. Like I said, that page is all weather and only weather. So search East Tennessee weather. It should pop up if you're in the App Store on your Roku TV. Search East Tennessee weather, all one word. Try spelling it all out. Maybe even search. I don't know if my name shows up. Let's check out Not Jukebox 7. What was your real? What name did you put on there? That Monroe County one is going to be a special weather statement. So Not Jukebox 7. What is your name that you put on there? We've got some great photos. Here's another great one. This is from Sarah, by the way. And the more information you add to those photos, by the way, the more information I can share with everybody else. This is a great, look at that photo. That's just insane. Water-loaded atmosphere. Sarah, thank you so much if you're on here tonight. Here's one from our good friend Peter Cooper up in the Tri-Cities area. This is Johnson City. They've got some pretty good thunderstorms up there today. This one also was sent in by Sarah. Sarah. That looks Sarah. What the heck? That's a little too close for comfort, Sarah. I'm just going to throw that one out there. This is from North Greenville, also from Sarah. So just knocking out the photos here this evening. That's awesome. Keep searching, Hilly B. Keep searching. You'll find it. This is probably one of my favorite photos of the night. I just showed this a moment ago. This is insane. That's just incredibly insane. All right, now the National Weather Service has canceled the Marion and Sequatchie severe thunderstorm warning. So let's come back to the radar, and we're going to tie things into a nice little bow. I'm going to go do my recordings for the rest of the night that go on all East Tennessee weather platforms. Well, not social media, but we'll go on the app, on the 24-hour channel, on YouTube. So we'll highlight what's going on for the forecast for the rest of the week. Just know that drier air starts to settle in tonight and tomorrow. Let me look at my forecast sheet. So tomorrow I've got, let's see, tomorrow is forecast sheet. So tomorrow, 20% chance of rain up towards Tri-Cities. Other than that, we're going to stay rain-free. We're rain-free on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Into Saturday, we'll probably elevate those rain chances once again. And then Sunday seems like it's probably going to be the best day of the weekend and probably rain-free conditions there as well. So severe thunderstorm warnings. Let's go back to the big picture and show you what's going on. Then we'll kind of wrap things up. One special weather statement still holding on for Hamilton, Bradley, McMinn, and McMinn counties. That runs until 7:45. Flash flood warning continues for Knox and Anderson County until 8:15. And we also have a flash flood warning for Sullivan and Johnson, as well as Carter counties. And those run until 8:30 here tonight. Whew, what a night. We're live